You alive? Right. Good evening. I'll just wait for a few people to arrive, and we shall commence. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I can't see comments because if I see them, it just completely puts me off. I have given spanners to quite a few people. If I haven't given you one, I'm so sorry. It's just because I was going through the live from last night and I was trying to just click on people's names and give them a wrench or a spanner, whatever you want to call it. It's all. So tonight is part 2 of our look into James Shinny Davenport. Oh gosh. Hello, good evening. Whoever, sorry, I can look at the comments from the beginning. Of course I can. Hello, Carrie, darling. Hello, Paddy. Hello. If you've got a wrench, you should just pick it should be like, you just pick it up or something. I don't know, but you should. Weird Paddy, I know I'll give you one. There's a few people tonight with wrenches. Alison, I can remember giving you one. So if you've got a wrench, you know what to do with it. We're not here to talk about the little spin-offs and all the little people. Hello, Susan. Hello, Debbie darling. Hello, Alison. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Ginger. Grandma's here. Right. Anybody who... Oh, it's great. Is that great? Oh, hello. I don't know that. Hi, Ella. Right. Hello, Lorraine. Right, if you haven't got a spanner, and I probably should have given you one, it's probably just because I'm really I'm new at this. So if you've got a wrench, you know what to do with it. Wrench, get rid. We don't want we don't want anybody here who's going to put what we're here to talk about. We're only here to talk about James Shinny Davenport and all the stuff he's put out in public. Nothing I am using is from private groups or anything like that. This is all his own words. Right. Anyway, we're going to start off. Hello Anna, hello everyone. Oh, sorry if I missed anyone's hello. I'm so sorry. And if I haven't given you a wrench or spanner or whatever it's called, I shall sort it out for tomorrow. Let me know. I put a little notice up in the group to say that this is our little space on YouTube. So anyone else who wants to talk about other stuff, not tonight, obviously. I do want to bring some people on tonight if they have had dealings with Shinny, direct dealings with him, just to talk about him and your experience with him, if anyone wants to do that. But yeah, I did put a notice up to say if anyone wants to talk about anything over here, we shall do that. I'm happy to drop the link and give anyone a voice, anything that they want to be talking about. Sarah, hello, my darling. Hello. Right, I've been doing homework as well, honest to God. Anyway, right, Paddy, my lovely friend, has given me something that I've been asking for a while. So we've got our very own intro, so enjoy.
And I forget just why I taste. Oh yeah, I guess it makes me smile. I found it hard, it's hard to find. Oh well, whatever, never mind. Hello. With the lights down.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? Can we all just give Pads a thank you for doing that for me? Oh, isn't that lovely? I've always wanted my own little intro. And he done it for me. So thanks to our Pads. Oh, there he is. Hello. Hello, Flame Paddy. Tonight, actually, we're going to kick off with something a little bit for Yolanda. Hello. It was great intro, wasn't it? I'm chuffed with it. So, it's not my making though. Pardon me. Anyway, tonight we're going to kick off with something a little bit fun, and it also shows Shinny for how he needs his comment section. And when the comment section isn't backing him up, he loses his shit. And there was a guy from Scotland called Patrick, and he joined his live and he had a chat with him. And it didn't go Shinny's way at all. So if we're gonna watch it, and I'm gonna show you where he loses his shit, because normally when anybody's went on with Shinny, and a few people have joined his lives, the comment section just rinses the person who's on with them. But we had a little change around here. This time the comment section went right against him, and he did not like it. He did not like it at all. So I'm using I think this is your channel, Lorraine. Thank you very much, darling. It's called Super Mum, and it's a super channel. She's got everything on there. If you need to go, I recommend it. So just bear with me one moment. So StreamYard, get rid of that. Screen share, get rid of all my little Pornhub things. No, I'm joking. Oh my love. So this is titled 26th of November, owned by Paddy and two others. So let's share. And let's watch together.
I say I'm going to give you a nice wiggly wig, and I want to meet you at the ground, pub. And I want to give you a nice wiggly wig. Is that what you wanted to meet me at the ground for? We've got Are You Offended asking to come on. I don't know whether they're going to come on. Are you offended?
Oh.
Bit of a dickhead, you, aren't you?
Why?
I don't understand. Do you know all I know about you, right? Do you know I've never got involved in all the shit you do, right? Because I know people in Salford that know you, so I've never got involved in your bullshit. Because I know people in Salford that know you, right?
Where are you from?
Right? No, wait, listen. I have a family in Manchester, don't you worry about that. It's not hard to find out who I am. You won't threaten me with, I don't suffer mental health or alcohol problems or anything else. So your threats that you use to everybody else won't work on me, dickhead. You're not going to threaten me and say you're 16 stone and threaten to fight me because I'm about the same weight as you. So I'll spark you flat, you old sausage. So let's clear that up. You ain't going to get away with threatening me for all this bullshit, right? So let's get that out of the road. Shut the fuck up. Get that out of the road, right? I'll explain something to you, right? The first time I heard about you was a guy called Aaron, right? Aaron AJ Jenkins commented on one of your lives. He was going to commit suicide, right? And you said phone the Samaritans, right? That's the first time I heard about you. Now I went and contacted Aaron, right? I never spoke to you about it or anybody else. I went and spoke to Aaron Jenkins about it, right? and got him in contact with one of his friends. He was actually going to kill himself, right? And he told you in your show, and not you or one of your supporters contacted him. Not one of your admin or one of your mods ever contacted that man. I still spoke to him 3 months after him saying it, right? And I never publicly said anything to anybody. Shut up. I never publicly said anything to him. I never said anything to you.
No, don't fucking tell me.
You done this. I'll be the one you pussy.
don't
You
tell
ain't gonna
me
do
to
fuck
shut
all
up.
to me. Tombstone teeth. You ain't
You're
gonna do
not gonna do
nothing.
fuck all.
The
What are you
whole
gonna
line's
do?
paper back in you.
What
I
are you
told you
gonna do?
dickhead. What are you gonna do to me?
fucking do?
What are you gonna do? What are you
What
gonna
are you
do?
gonna do with me?
You're threatening me. Come see me, you fat cunt. Come see me. Come see me then. I'll put
Come
more
see-
pricks in
Where-
your
where are
arms.
you
I've already
from?
seen you fucking steroid freaked up fuck.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
My mum used to make £200 a week selling drugs and let people run with that idea and then go live 6 months later and say, no, my mum never sold drugs. Oh, Lorraine, you're using your mum to get
Watch your
people
mouth.
to
Watch your
buy
mouth.
your book.
Watch your mouth.
Dickhead. Hey, man,
Watch your
oh,
fucking
right.
mouth.
What are you going to do?
Get my
What
mother's
are you
name
gonna
out of
do?
your mouth.
What are you going to do?
What
You brought your mum into
What the
it.
fuck are
You
you
brought your
doing
mum
with
into
them
it. The
little
day
tiny
that you
hands?
bubbled your gum saying your mum's a
What are
drug
you going to do?
dealer.
What are you going to
Do
do?
you
What
Scarface,
you gonna
calm
do?
down a bit.
I tell
You were a
what, I
little
tell you
debt
what,
collector and a
listen,
little fucking drug runner.
Shut your
You were a
mouth.
pussy in Salford, a
Shut
pussy
your
in
mouth.
Manchester, and you ran to Greece, you dickhead. You can't say fuck all to me. Now, I'll say something else, right? You thought a woman called Jazz was Karen Fielding. So you then started posting her up as a fucking nonsense, right?
Yes, let me get
Shut the
this
fuck
right.
up. I'll tell you what happened. You don't have to tell me, I'll tell
you.
you.
Shut the fuck up.
A woman
shut up.
went up
What
her
are you
friends,
going to do?
inbox
What are you
your
going to do to
page.
me?
Quiet, why'd you dwell
shut
over the
up.
place, mate?
Shut
You've
up.
got 30-degree
Shut up. What?
guns.
Listen.
Swinking. Hold
Listen
that
to
still
me.
when you talk
What
to
you
me.
gonna do?
Hold that still till you talk. I will
What are
punch you
you
back into
gonna
a
do?
relapse. I'll punch you back into
Are
relapse.
you fucking
You old prick. Shut the
Right,
fuck up.
listen.
Shut up. Take your teeth out and talk to me with your
listen
real
to me.
pigs in. Take them out and talk to me with your real teeth in. You ain't a fucking nobody.
Now, aren't you?
You've got a 60k page, haven't you?
How
How many members have you got on your page? This is a big show tonight. You have 500 members, 500 viewers.
Yeah, listen.
I get 500 viewers on a 2k page.
Listen, I'm
You've
throwing it on you
got
now.
60k.
I'm
Do you think
throwing it on
500
you now.
viewers is
I'm back
big?
in Manchester next month.
On a
Listen to
60k
me.
page. On a 60k page.
Shut up.
I get that on a fucking 2k page. I can make a new profile right now and get 500 views. And you think on a 60k page, 500 views is big? You think that makes you
Go on,
international?
go on.
Yeah, you're a bit fucking
Carry
mental. You're mental.
Yeah,
I will
carry on.
punch you back
Yeah, I
into
am
a
bit
relapse,
mental. Listen,
dickhead.
I'll fucking make you
Now,
in a
you're the
bag.
guy that used his
Listen,
own mum
you're that big.
and drugs
You're that big.
and claimed she
You're
was a
that
drug
big.
dealer. My mum made £200 in her time. And yeah, did it not happen? Wait a minute, did it not happen? Am I lying? Tell me I'm lying. Oh, what, are the comments not backing you? The comments not backing you up? You asked for me. You asked for me. This is what happened.
Just stop a second. See how he loses it because the comment section's not backing him up. He doesn't know what the fuck to do.
Did you ask for me? Look at your comment section now on your own page. And 3/4 of my people are
Are you
blocked, you
Paddy Mac?
dickheads.
Are you
3/4
Paddy
of
Mac?
I am Paddy Mac, the one and only. Stunningly handsome. You look like me in 30
Right,
years'
listen, all
time.
right, so listen,
In
Paddy
30
Mac,
years, that's what I look
No,
like.
listen, you
You know,
talk.
you know the
No,
Fantastic Four stripes and all that. Looking like Mr. Fantastic. And, you know,
Listen.
all that grey stuff. Dickhead. Wait a minute,
Right,
I'll
listen,
just something to listen to.
Listen, I'm back.
You just
I'm
called
back
me a
in
liar.
December.
I'll
Listen
advise
to
you,
me.
you'll do fuck all. You
Look
ain't
at your
gonna do
tiny
that
little
fucking
mittens.
thing.
Listen.
Look at
You
your
said
tiny
you're gonna
little
do what to
fucking
me?
head.
What are you
You
gonna do?
two-headed
I'll
prick.
meet you when I come
Where's your
back.
neck? You would have a gold chain if you could get one on your neck. You're totally necklace, you fucking idiot. Shut up. Sit there and be quiet.
What? Listen.
Sit down and shut the fuck up.
Paddy Mac.
Shut
Big
up.
mouth.
Shut up.
Big mouth.
My
You
show,
shut
be
the fuck up.
quiet. Shut up. Shush. Quiet.
No, you shut
You said
up.
Trump's a
Listen.
comedy show.
My show.
Shut your
It's
fucking
my
mouth.
show.
Shush.
You give me
Shush.
a chance.
You've spoken
You
up.
talk.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut up, Paddy Mac.
Nobody cares.
Paddy Mac, you're not from Manchester.
Nobody
You're a
cares
big
about what
shit
you've got to say.
You're
You
a big
dick.
shit house.
Look how where'd you go in? That's it.
Listen,
Go on.
everyone, I'm
Flex.
throwing it on Paddy Mac's
Flex up.
toes
Go
now.
on. Go on. Flex
I'm
up.
throwing it on your
Flex.
toes.
Show me
Yeah, I'm
biceps.
throwing it
Then
on your
flex
toes.
up.
Do you want me
Do you
to
think leading forward, show me your traps is going to scare me? Is this go compare? Is this a compareyourtraps.com?
Take your top
Is
off.
this a bodybuilding
Take your top
website?
off. Let's have a look
It's not,
at
is it?
Take
Look
your
at him.
top
Look
off.
at M.S. Look at him.
Take
Why are
your
you
top
trying to get me to take my clothes off? Dick,
your
I think
top
it's grinder. Now you're trying to date me. Now you're trying to date me. I've never seen you so happy. I've never seen you. This is better than the day your wife gave birth to that child, didn't she? You know the one that made sure that you're always going to get the millions even when she dies. Do you know that one? Yeah, look at face now.
Oh.
Lick the fucking cheddar chips. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Not a fucking thing.
God.
Now, you told me I'm a liar 2 seconds ago. Let's find that out if I'm a liar. I'll play the recording. All right? I'll play it on the live right now. Shut up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I'm talking to you. Sit there and be quiet.
I'll see you.
Shush. Shut up.
I'll see you. Where you from? Right, anybody that's got information on him, I want it. Yeah? Anybody at all. Paddy, what you just said then, I don't give a flying fuck where you are.
Right. Oh, I've got an angry face. Someone's not happy. Oh, sorry. Right. Let me get it together. Oh, so that was a perfect example, right? Not just of him being owned. Like, I know that is like obviously a big part of it, but did you see how much he lost it when he realized that his little supporters had all shut the fuck up? And there was a lot, because obviously that live was shared all over the place, and obviously a lot of people come over to see Paddy. And obviously he wasn't getting numbers at that time. I think when Paddy joined the live, there was something like 100 people watching. By the middle of the live, there was like 500. So obviously Mr. Fantastic is buzzing that his numbers have gone right up. But he has a look in his comment section and he realizes, oh shit, they're not here to listen to my patter. They're here to listen to me getting rinsed. So I just thought that was an absolute perfect example of him losing it because he hasn't got the support. And when he doesn't get that support, when he doesn't get them people, the cult, who do you know what? A lot of them people I don't see in his comment section anymore, to be honest. There was a lot of people who were big advocates for him, like Mel, Malone, a lot of them, and I don't see them anymore after a few months of him being an absolute, dick and completely just going off track and not even trying to help anybody. So I've got another example here of something else what I want you to watch. And this is, right, not long after, he's lost the big page at this stage, or he's lost it. And he thinks it is a good idea to go live and do a podcast with Tekahegi. So enjoy. Just one moment. Let me. Where was it?
Where did the scamming accusations come from? Because you said about you ran the page for 3 years for free, and then it started building and building. For people watching this and the people that have accused you, where exactly was the money going?
So when he first started coming in, when we was offered subscriptions and stars, obviously we had about 1,200 supporters paying $8.99 a month. Yeah, therapists, counsellors. You're talking £70 a fucking hour. Yeah, and I was doing that on a weekly for him. CrossFit classes, meditation classes, yoga. I was paying for it all. Yeah, for this $8.99 a month per person. Yeah, all these vulnerable people that I was robbing, because I've got such a big platform. I can keep it small, but I can give a lot for that price. But because there was 1,200 people paying, do the math: $7,000 a month, stars $5,000 a month. I could not sit with that kind of money and like, right, I'm going to get a new car. Yeah, because I've got fucking new teeth. Yeah, what I paid for out of my own money.
Back in 2006, when I slapped a girl's ass in a nightclub when I was 19-year-old. Now, listen, when we're lads, when we've had a fucking drink and we're a bit tipsy and we're on the cocaine or whatever it is, we all make mistakes. What are you doing?
Right. So, right. So this is a perfect example of him going to. He knew that there was going to be a lot of numbers on that live that night, right? So he goes live with Mr. Detractor, who needs no introduction. And they went live, they babbled a load of shit. They brought Whitney on, they brought a load of other people on who were all just saying the same rhetoric, the same, pumping out the same shit. None of them spoke any truth. He didn't give any explanation about where the money went, where it was going. He said that he was bringing a lot of money in and said, "Oh, I was paying for." Let me explain, right? He didn't pay a penny for any of them people to come live on his show or whatever it's called, live. So Dr. Nick, right? Dr. Nick, the anti-vaxxer, that guy came on his platform to sell his product. Shinny didn't need to pay him. Councillor Kath, she didn't need to be paid because she was there for clout and to get her page known. She was also charging people £5 for a counselling session when they'd already paid £10 to get into the tribe. So nobody is getting paid to go on that platform. I know there was this guy who was in recovery, the Viking or whatever. You might give him 20 quid or something, I don't know. But I know for a fine fact that the doctor, Kath, all the rest of them, you don't play for. You mentioned CrossFit there. CrossFit's free. Zoom calls free. There was nothing there that makes any explanation for where all that money went. None. In fact, all he done there was just drop himself in it, if you ask me, and make himself look an absolute dick. And then to go live with someone like Detractor, who's also like massively controversial for clout, for any, he was desperate at that time. He wasn't getting the numbers. People weren't listening to him. He knew that live was going to bring in a lot of numbers, so he went on it, and he didn't go on it for any other reason than for clout. He didn't even. He was really ill prepared for that live. I could play the full lot, but it's really boring, and I've had to watch it myself. Doing homework on this has been do you know what? Normally it's like interesting when you're doing homework on someone. This fucking guy's boring, but he's boring but dangerous, because did you see the example of money that was coming in on that big page? So this is why he's so bitter and twisted and desperate to get back to them numbers. I know a lot of people will look at his page and go, "Oh, he's got, I don't know, I'll give it 60,000 people or whatever." They are all paid for people from, I don't know if people know, right, but you can pay for a package on Facebook for followers. So what you do is you pay a certain amount for there's different packages. Superstar Charlie, she's done it before, and she now is getting trolled by all people from all over the world, because when you buy these packages, these people are literally from all over the world. They have no clue why you're live. They come on, they'll say things like, "Hi, beautiful." They just know, like, it's paid for people. So them people don't last though. What they'll do is they'll come on the live, they'll boost the numbers for so long, and they'll make it look popular, and then all of a sudden it'll crash because the paid for people piss off. They're only paid for a certain while. Shinny also done what there's a package you can pay for where you get your guys to press the wow button, right? And but when you press that wow button, it kind of like it makes it like it all, if that wow pressing it so many times, it'll bring all these followers all of a sudden over to the page. These people are paid. They're not people genuine. They're not genuine people who have found the page and thought, "Oh, this looks amazing. I'm going to join in this." These are paid for people who have no idea why they're there. They have no clue what they're doing. They have no clue what the live's about. They have no clue what the page is about. All they know is they've been paid $2 or whatever it is to come over and like the page, follow it, and then come on a few lives and make a few comments that are totally nothing to do with the subject. Right, let me just go through a couple of comments because I know I've missed everyone last night. I mean, is there a package for him to fuck off? Fucking hell. Well, so I don't know. You can Google it, guys, or I'll put it on the page afterwards, right? But you can buy packages to boost your numbers on Facebook. You can buy them for Instagram. You can buy them for everywhere. So if you look Shinny's page, when the big page went down, he went over and changed the sock page to Shinny or whatever it's called, Shinny's. It was called that at the time, and within about 4 or 5 days, it had another 60,000 people following it. And we all know that you're not going to get 60,000 followers overnight, especially when you're talking absolute waffle. Is he live? Oh, I don't know. Chippy is live. Oh, is he? I'll tell him to come over. Hi. Hello, Mr. Fantastic. Listen, anybody who is on that live, come over here and listen to the truth. Go and stick the link on his live. Tell these people to come over here and listen to actually what he's all about. If anybody thinks that they're going to get any help with their mental health or addiction on that page, you are surely mistaken. And I'm going to show you why. Because he chops and changes, and he 1 minute it is a page for mental health and addiction. The next minute it's fighting trolls. The next minute it's this. Nobody knows what the fuck the page is about. And to be honest, by the end of today, after looking at so many different things, I had no clue what his page was about. It's just somewhere where a bloke goes live who seems to have an overinflated ego and massively thinks himself of something. And all I see, his recent lives, I'm not going to talk about it too much now, but his recent lives seem to be about bragging about his new lifestyle, which we all know is not his. He hasn't paid for any of that. He hasn't paid for any of these holidays. He hasn't paid for any of these stuff that he's living in. It's all paid for by somebody else, who I'm not going to mention out of respect. But there you go. So anybody who's on that page right now who's hoping to get any help with mental health and addiction, come over here and get the truth. Anyone who's not blocked, go over and stick the link on and tell them to come over here, because it's not. Where's Patty? Trying to keep up here. Can someone ask right, I'm trying not to read the comments because I want to get distracted again. So a perfect just let me get something else. 1 moment. If I'm chopping and changing. So this is quite recent. This is only 7 months ago, right? So we've got no, sorry, bear with me, darlings, bear with me. So quickly, YouTube, your channel, blah blah blah. in the interval, I'll just sing a song like "Sing a Song of Sixpence." Your channel. All right. So, right, let's have a look at this. This is interesting, I think. This is very interesting. Right, so here we go. Right, so,
Oh God.
right, let me just screen share. On this live, he decides, right, this is how I mean about the chopping and changing. And if anyone's following that page who is got mental health problems and addiction, I don't know how. I feel really sorry for them because they must not know whether they want a shit or a haircut because he chops and changes so much. 1 minute it's this, 1 minute it's that, 1 minute it's cancel. I'm going to give you an example of it now. Just bear with us. Share your screen. Supermom. Oh, you? No. Sorry.
Don't send any stars, you know. Don't subscribe to this page. Just don't. This ain't what it used to be. Oh God. Listen, well, I'm gonna jump on.
He's not sure what he's going to tell
Where
you.
was we from last night? So yeah, nice one, everybody. Hello to everybody. Been waiting all day for you to come on. Yes, Tommy Turner.
Oh, Tommy,
Like you say,
a bastard.
The tribe is now free.
Right?
Yeah,
Free
for people that want. You want to do it for the right reasons, yeah? Excuse me. The tribe is free. If
piss off, pop-ups.
If I ever decide to do anything with this page in the future, I don't know. There's been a few things I could have done in the past that I didn't do because it's just a page, isn't it? Really, it's just a page. I think for me,
It's a page.
letting the tribe still be a part of the page, no matter what I'm doing in life, is cool. It's good, yeah. But I don't want to come in here anymore and saying, can I have wages, can I have stars, can I have subscriptions. If you want to do anything, I don't care. I'm not bothered. If you want your free place in the tribe, sound, go and get your free place. But you're going to have to go through the moderators to do that.
Yeah.
We can't just let people that
we're going to talk about that as well.
Vulnerable people.
We're going to talk about in the minute about the tribe and the new rules and how you get in. Not good.
Do you know that are still struggling with addiction and the mental health? We don't want them being abused. So we know that there's been people requesting to go in. Listen, just fuck off. Just stay on your own pages. Do you know, just leave people the fuck alone. You wanted something from me. You wanted the stars and subscriptions to be stopped. I won't ask for them. I won't ask for them no more, especially if it's ever anything to do with mental health or addiction. You win. Well done. Right. Not up to anything. I don't care. Not bothered. My life's good, but I know for a fact it's going to be a struggle for a lot of people. A lot of people are going to make it through these winter months and into January and February. So whoever wants to go into the tribe, we'll put the link at the bottom, request to go in. Yeah, it's free. All this is free. If you want to contribute anything to this page, do what you fucking want. Do what you want. If you want to become a supporter to the page, I'm not asking you. I'm
just going to stop them there, right? Because, right, the tribe, like, listen, the tribe can never be free, right? Never. Because it's a paid-for subscription group. And we all know how a paid-for subscription group works. And if you don't, I'll explain it. If somebody has a page like he has and it's monetized, and you have a page that, and you have a group that's linked to it, which is part of the package, you should automatically, straight as soon as you sign up, you should be put into that group instantly, like that. It should be. But this is not what these have done, right? These at this point, this is a few months ago, and we'll come on to what he's doing right now. A few months ago, they decided that they were going to say it was free, but it can, like I say, it can never be free to get into that group because it's a paid for subscription group. You have to pay the $10.99 or you're not getting in. Simple as that. Or whatever it is. I'm not sure. It's around £10 anyway. If I get the price wrong, tough shit. It's about 10. I know that. It's a lot more than people can afford. So anyway, at this point, like I say, him and Wet Legs have decided that they're gonna let everyone in for free. Blah 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 blah. It's all bullshit. It's just a ruse to get people who are vulnerable again to come in. So this leads me on to the tribe as it is right now. So we've got the same kind of system. He's saying, oh, it's free. Oh, it's free. Oh, it's free. It might be free, but you are giving up your... So to get in, this is how you get into the tribe, right? You have to contact either Whitney or Julie Jordan, and then you have to provide a mobile phone number, which I have no idea why you would need someone's mobile phone number to be in a group on Facebook. And then you have to provide your email address too. So this is what I call phishing, right? And a lot of people do it who are scammers. What they'll do is they'll ask for your details, like your phone number and your email address, and then they'll use them in a later date for something else. So then people are probably getting bombarded with things about his book, about his socks and shit like that. It's just like a marketing technique that a lot of scammers use, or people who are not very good or not very good salesmen who can't sell the product. So what they do is they do this. But at the moment, you have to give your phone number, you have to give your email address to get into the tribe. And then once you're in there, let me get my notebook because I actually took bullet points for this bit. This is how prepared I am. So, right, so once you have given your mobile phone number and you've given an email address, but I'll just touch on this, right? You can, like, we all know about a burner phone, right? Most people, like, who are whatever, have a burner phone, and they can, that phone number means piss all. But I believe that a lot of the people who are looking for help with their mental health and addiction will be given their real phone number, their real email address, and that's what you have to give to get in. So once you're in there, what you're looking for? You're looking for help and advice. Shin Bob has not been in the tribe for the last 6 months. The last live in there was Whitney and Peter Lizal. And that was nothing to do with like any help or advice or anything like that. So what you met with when you get into the tribe, so the featured section, you know, you would expect to be full of really good advice and stuff, and all it is full of is directions to things like all the things that Shinny has pulled down and slagged over the months and said that they're useless. So in the tribe itself, at the moment, there is 3 or 4 people I know of who are in there, not because they want to steal they're not taking anything out of their private, and people who I've spoken to actually wouldn't even give me anything out of there, which was private. But there is literally nothing in there that's helpful. He does not go live in there. So anyone who's thirsty and thinks that they're going to get into the tribe and they're going to see him live all the time, He doesn't do lives in there. He's never, ever in there. He is never in the tribe at all. So don't give your mobile phone number and email address to this scammer, because all he's going to do is bombard you with shit to sell his socks, to sell his crappy book. Oh, we'll come on to the book in a minute. Oh my God. What the fuck? Honestly, the book. Doing homework for this has been absolutely like hell. Literally hell. Especially having to go through the book. The book is just, I can't even believe it's in the section it's in. It should be in it should, oh God, it shouldn't even be advertised, to be honest. It's advertised as a book that's going to help people with mental health and addiction. It's gotten, all it is lies and bullshit about his made up story about how he's got an addiction. Because I said yesterday, and I'll say today again, I do not believe that this man's had an addiction one little bit. And that's my opinion, and I'm quite welcome to it, aren't I? So I don't believe he's had an addiction. I just think he grabbed onto something that he knew people would, that he knew he could scam off. So like, it's as it stands at the moment, like I said, there is nothing in there. The rules are in there. The only rule that really stands out was men and women are not allowed to message each other, which I'm not quite sure if that's a good rule or bad rule. I don't know. If in my opinion, I thought they were there to all help each other. Peer-to-peer support is meant to be helpful, but they're not allowed to message each other. That's a rule. It's also a rule that nothing is to be shared in there from other pages. I happen to think there's a page out there. It's called Talk and Thrive. And it is fronted by John Bailey, who I think is a superstar. And I don't understand. I was talking to somebody who's in the tribe today, and I said, is any of John's lives in there? Is there any links to John's page or anything like that? Nothing. No mention of John in there whatsoever. So that's another thing that I don't understand. He is well aware who John is. So I don't understand why he's not being massively promoted in the tribe when this guy is genuinely out there trying to help people. He's live, giving his story, giving people he's giving people, the courage to speak out, and there's nothing in the tribe to connect you to anybody else. It's a selfish place of non-promotion for other people. So that's, for me, is another thing that is a sign that this is just a money-making exercise. Because if I had, I've got a page that's, a group and a page that are, they've got no meaning. They're just my pages, whatever. And I promote John and I promote his stuff because I believe that he's doing good stuff, and he is doing good stuff. Just go to one of his lives and you can see that the guy's genuine. He's very helpful. His advice is spot on. And I would say somewhere like the tribe, and where Shinny knows about them, would be where they would be screaming it from the rooftops. Look, this is where you go for advice. Because in the tribe at the moment, this is what is happening. So you join, and what people are doing, I'm not giving out any personal stuff. So before anyone starts screaming, Colin started talking about everyone's private business in the tribe. I'm not. So I'm not mentioning anyone's names, and I'm not going to mention anything like that. I'm not doing that. But what people are doing is they're joining, they are sharing pictures of their children, sharing pictures of their life, stories about their life, And everybody knows, let's all agree, that no Facebook group is safe. There is no such thing as a safe Facebook group. There's none. Well, how come there isn't? Because the tribe, I know everything about it because I've spoken to someone today who's in it. And they have said there is nothing in there. He's not in there. Whitney is in there now and then, but there's no lives going on. There's no there's no peer-to-peer support going on in there whatsoever. All there is people putting up their stories, and then the odd person commenting on it saying, I feel for you, and nice things, nice comments, but not helpful. How's that going to help somebody in addiction? If somebody joins the group, they share their story, and then somebody puts, it's take one day at a time and that kind of stuff. There's still no links to anything helpful, or if anyone's in crisis, it's been advertised as a 24-hour support group, which is an load of bullshit, because there's no 24-hour support in there whatsoever. So I just want to warn people, if you're going to go over there and give your email address and your phone number, your real one, to a scammer who's been proven to be a scammer, and Whitney has also been proven to be in on the scam. She's massively in on it. She, like I said last night, she's the one who sends the stars to get the stars going. So I just want people to avoid it like the plague. There was so many other good platforms out there where you can get help. Go and speak to John Bailey. Go over to his page. It's called Talk and Thrive. I'll put a link up to it. It's a fantastic page, and it's somewhere you can get genuine advice and genuine help, and you're not going to get charged a penny for it. He's not charging anything. So that's the tribe. The tribe is full of shit. Absolutely nothing. Hello, Frank. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the comments a little bit. Is Lorna still in there? No, all the old ones seem to have gone. Like I said, there was, there used to be like people like Mel, Malone, all the names that we knew who were commenting on the lives. They've all gone. They've all disappeared. And there's a new breed in there of people who have no idea. I don't think they know like the business on them, because there's a lot of awareness on Shinny that the Shimbo scammer. Don't get confused. There's one called Three, that is a troll group. But there is a Shimbo scammer group that keeps an eye on him and warns people, and jumps on anyone who is getting used, or someone vulnerable who maybe is trying to reach out for help in there. So just keep away from it. Oh yes, Lorna is still in there. Sorry. Sorry. But yeah, she is. And she is Lorna is a classic example of a vulnerable old lady who is crying out for help. She's been on lives with them. In fact, I might show a couple of them. But what we're going to go over now, right, is we're going to have a look at people who have joined his lives, who he calls his trolls. So there's been many people who have joined, and not just Paddy. There's other people who have joined who have went to question him, and this guy hates to be questioned. He hates to be questioned, and I don't understand why there's not full transparency on a page where it's meant to be advocating for helping people with mental health problems and drug addiction. So just bear with me a moment and we'll have a look at Shinny and his so-called trolls. This is a lady called Natalie, and she joins us live. and she triggers him to fuck for some reason. He does not want to be on this live with her. Because she seems to know stuff and he doesn't like it. He hates it when anybody knows anything about him because he's made up this bullshit story about him being this gangster from Bloody Salford when, like Paddy said, he's just a runner. And yeah, he makes himself out to be this big hard guy. So who have we got first up? Where is our Nat? All right, so just bear with me. Right, wait a minute. Oh, don't listen till I start. Sorry from the beginning. And then we'll screen share. So Natalie joins us live. Natalie's not involved tonight. Natalie hasn't asked me to use this. She hasn't asked me to do it. So if Shinny decides to, want to go after her because I've used it tonight, Shinny, she doesn't know I'm even using it. These are public lives, what I'm using. All public out there. They're still on pages. They're still on YouTube. They're all over the place. So let's have a look. Woo, share. And I don't mean the live. But you could share the live if you want to do. Go over to his and hide the link on. Why not? Let's have it. Shinny triggered by a smile because she's got a beautiful smile, this lady who goes on. So here we go, right? Let's have a look.
Stuart Neville's page when you was getting followed. It's her, innit? Do you know what?
So Natalie's been on and then she's going to come back on again.
Am I right? Yeah, I'll bring you on. Request to come back on again. Louise, Adam, I've got pictures of you.
She's not called Louise.
I thought as soon as you come on, I thought is that woman that I've got pictures of? You want to
Why you got pictures of her?
You're in Cyprus.
I'm in Spain, you know, babe. Get it right.
Right, so why do you
don't be a
support
prick.
people
Stop thinking you know it all and don't try and belittle women. Why are you trying to speak out to women? Have you heard yourself?
I'll belittle women all the time. Belittle me, you'll fucking get told. Look at your psycho eyes. I remember your face.
I remember your blue eyes. What do you want me to do? You tried screenshot. You tried trolling me. Remember when you tried trolling me?
I remember your face. I remember your face. You support men that follow that.
Why are you being nasty?
You live in your dream.
Why are you being nasty?
I'm not being nasty to you. Answer me. Why do you support Stuart Neville? Why do you support him when he had a 10-year-old girl follow my daughter?
I'm your own person. I bought your Christmas #1. Remember when it first?
Right. This is another like rhetoric that he goes with, right? That everyone supported that. Natalie, like she says, she didn't support it. A lot of people
I really
didn't.
supported you because you were from Salford.
I don't give a fuck what you followed. I don't give a shit. I'm not interested. I'm interested in why you're supporting.
Just everything you're doing, you speak for yourself. All I'm trying to do is on a level have a chat with you as a person. Do you know what I mean? That's not got grey skin or it's not on you.
I'll let you
know what I mean?
I remember your face. You're an honourable person.
She's
you
beautiful.
support what they do towards children and pregnant women. You're sick.
I did a parody for you. Do you not remember? I did a parody. I'll show you with a fishing rod and in your swimming pool. That's who I am.
What have you just said?
You will remember.
Look at me, I've got nice teeth. Look at the state of you. Look at them teeth. You could put fucking pound coins between them.
I'll come to the Shinny Show live.
Get the top and bottom.
Straight away going in on anything Maddie can find on somebody's looks. And we all know if anyone's watching Natalie, she's absolutely beautiful.
Not just the bottom. You've had your bottom rails done. Look at the state of your top teeth. You fucking troll. Look at you. You can't answer it. You're a disgusting woman.
I can't hear you.
Listen,
You're
you're a
talking shit,
disgrace.
and I don't take in shit, mate. I don't take in shit.
Look at the state.
So are you going to talk on a level or not?
You disgrace.
My dad used to train you,
Well,
you
go
know.
on then.
My dad used to
Listen.
You don't even know who I am, do you? You don't even know who I am. You dickhead. My dad used to train you
Wait.
in the gym, you little boy.
What? You're what? You're what? You're fucking what?
My dad
You what?
trained you.
I don't give a fuck who your dad is. I don't give a fuck who your
My
dad
dad
is.
trained you. My dad trained you.
Trained.
I love
I don't give a
this.
fuck who your dad is. What's his name?
Very well. You know my dad very well. You know my dad very well. So just what you got.
I don't give a fuck who your dad is. Listen, any man Salford, I don't. What? What do you what? You fucking gobby bitch.
What you got?
What's my gob or what? What's your dad gonna do? Listen, when I'm back in Salford, you can let your dad know. Your dad's trained me. I don't care who your dad
Look
is.
how
I
triggered
don't
he
give a
is.
fuck. Show him this video now, and he'll see that I don't care who your dad is. I don't care.
He'll be like, I'll be pissing himself. He'll be like, yeah, he's a knobhead like he always fucking was. He's always been a knobhead.
Brilliant.
So don't worry just because he's with a
If your dad
bird with a
don't
bit of cash.
Listen,
He's always going to be a
dad don't
knobhead, isn't
physically
he?
say to me,
I said.
anyone that steps up against me, that supports what happened to me and my kids, they'll get slapped every day of the week.
Listen, right, we need to stop this shit where he keeps, this is every time someone joins us live, you'll say, you support this, you support that. And Natalie's already said she doesn't support it. It's just like, it's just an agenda he runs with all the time. It was wrong, and I don't want to talk about it, but it was wrong, and everybody has admitted that and said, yeah, it was wrong, but not everyone was involved. So shut the fuck up.
Slap and embarrass. I'll embarrass any man. I'll embarrass any man.
Do with that. Listen, if anyone hurts anyone's kids, I am 100% not fucking behind that shit.
Yes.
But the way you talk to people is wrong. Why are you being rude?
I don't. You're a disgrace.
Why?
If you're supporting men, you're a disgrace. Have you got any kids?
I'm supporting men. What men am I supporting? What men am I
Have you got
supporting?
any kids? Have you got kids?
What's it got?
You've not got kids, have you?
My kids are 24 and 21 years of age, mate.
Nice one. So what do you think is acceptable? For pregnant women to be attacked and children to be followed?
Nobody
What are you
think-
coming
You're forgetting
for?
all
Why are you
this.
coming for the victim mentality? Why are you going to the victim thing now? You give it out as good as you get, right?
Is that
You
not-
give it out
is
as
that
good as
not-
you get. You're
is that not-
screenshotting pictures of women's kids are from Instagram, right? You've done it. So let's
You're
not pull
full of
shit out your ass. You can't fucking afford to take back.
Is that all you've got? Is that all you've got? With them weird eyes you've got, you're a
Is that all
fucking
you've got?
wrong.
Talk
And
about
I
your
don't give a
fucking
fuck who your dad
photograph.
is. I don't care
Oh,
who
you're
your dad
beautiful. Look at
Tell
you.
me who your dad is.
You're beautiful.
Tell me who your dad
Oh,
is.
look at you.
I've just been off that spaghetti bolognese.
Go and go home to Maxie and think you're done now.
Shut your
Is she telling
fucking
you
mouth.
off?
Don't push your luck.
She's telling you
Listen, don't push
She's
your luck.
off.
No, we tell people
Maxie
like
telling
you
you
off.
off. I bet you need to be quiet.
Your
I
teeth.
just told you. Put your head down. Go and sell some books. Is that what you
You're a
need to do?
disgrace.
It doesn't-
499.
You're a disgrace. Look, look at the
499.
eyes. You can see you're a
I'll give it you back free at 31st of December. What do you
Yeah.
Look at
reckon?
the state of them
Do you
rails.
think that's a good
What
idea?
my
or not?
show said, look at me, I look dead great, I've got nice teeth.
They're
You've got
real.
nice
Right, instead of challenging her on anything she's saying, right, all he's doing is trying to insult her. And look at them beautiful gnashers. She's got beautiful teeth.
bottom teeth. You know
real.
what?
Yours-
They're false. The top
They're
ones are about that
real.
big. Your top teeth are like gravestones.
Listen, you got
You could put
you
noise
paid.
in between them.
Oh, shut up.
You disgrace. Listen, I'm gonna get what I can on you. Trust me, I'm gonna get what I fucking can on you.
whatever.
Yeah.
Do what you can, mate.
What you
Do
doing
your
all that?
worst. Do your
Disgrace.
worst. Why are you being rude?
Fucking
Why are
horror.
you being rude? All the time.
I don't give a
I'll tell you what I
fuck.
will do.
I don't give a fuck.
I'll tell you what I will do. I'll do this. Hi, everybody. Hi,
Tramp. Tramp.
Oh. Oh, he's left gobsmacked.
Anyway, back to the show. So, do you know when you think it's like men? These are women. He's a mid.
So let's stop sharing and have a chat. Right. Sorry, let me catch up on the comments. Right. So, right, without all the funny stuff that Natalie said, right, she did bring up some good points, right? And he didn't challenge her on any of them. All he does is go for the attack on women's looks, on men's looks if they join them. But she absolutely owned him with a smile, and she didn't have to go gutter on him. She didn't have to go whatever. You can see in his face, he's triggered, he's worried, he doesn't know where she's from, he doesn't know who she's connected to. And for once, this was after Paddy's live, long after, I think. I think there's a gap in between anyway. So every time, like, his so-called trolls, this is what he calls his trolls, and he'll bring up things like the Cyprus episode, which nobody agrees with. So no, I don't know why. This is the thing that he pushes all the time. These people have stalked my family. These people have stalked my family. Not everyone was involved, and not everyone agrees. I'm not going to go into it because it's not really. To be honest, it's not really what I want to talk about. It's not something that everyone agrees with, and I know a lot of people have spoken out about it. His so-called trolls have said that they didn't agree with it. So he kind of pushes that thing on everyone, though. He pushes it on everyone. You're part of stalking my family. You've attacked my wife. Natalie, for instance, as an example, is somebody who has never ever been involved in that kind of stuff. She just goes for facts, and she does like parodies of funny stuff, and has never been involved in stalking his children and attacking his wife and whatnot. There is that side of it. And I know there's a lot of people who are his so-called trolls who have spoke out and said they do not agree with it. Sorry. He's currently trying to steal some. Oh no. You see, this is why I'm going to carry on with this, right? Because it's still, listen, you've still got people over there who are vulnerable, who are still, falling for this shit. Like I said, Natalie was there. She brought up some good points, but all he could have done is all he goes for is attacking people's looks. And, he's got this thing where everyone's great. We're all sitting in the house. We all have fag ash round us and all this shit. Well, I've got news for you. Not all of us do. I've been scrubbing my house today and I stink of bleach, so shut the fuck up. It's a rhetoric he goes with. Anyway, I'm just going to read some comments out because I didn't last night, and I'm really sorry that I didn't read them. I'm really, really, really sorry I didn't read the comments, but I just couldn't, or I would have lost I would have lost where I was going. All right, let's have a look. Yeah, he can't stand strong women for some reason. He doesn't really. Has Lorna started paying subs again? I'm not sure, but I will find out. Hello, Sydney, my darling. I bloody love Nat. I do too. He can't stand anyone. He doesn't really seem to like anyone, does he, Gary? How dare he speak to a woman like that? Yeah, exactly. She went on there. She said, "Look, I want to talk to you on a level." You heard her saying it. She says, "Listen, let's talk on a level." But no, he went straight in for the attack. Let's talk about Natalie's teeth, which I think are beautiful, to be honest. maybe whatever. I don't understand, even if she had bad teeth, what it's got to do with anything. Like he kind of just diverts all the time when anyone challenges on the fact that she was going in there because at that time he was trying to sell his fucking book to his subscribers. So I'll just recap how much people are spending up to now, right? So we've got £10 to get into the tribe. Councillor Kath was charging £5. She's been annihilated, she's gone. So that £5 they're not paying anymore. Socks, they've been sold, God love them. The book, before the book came out, he was trying to auction it off or something. I cannot really make sense of all that. I was reading it today, and it's all a little bit all over the place. But I know a lady paid £50 for a signed copy of the book, and that didn't happen. He didn't give the signed copy. He didn't even give her a book. And then somebody challenged him and asked and said, "Look, I want that £50 back for her." Nope. He said, "Nope. She can go to hell." I've got that live somewhere. We can play it another time. We're here. We're not going anywhere, right? I don't know what to rename the channel or whatever, but it's for everyone, right? So if people fancy like another subject, another night or whatever, but we're going to just concentrate on this guy for a while because he needs as much exposure as possible. Last night, our live reached, I can't remember, but it was a massive number. And the live, because we're being streamed to Facebook and YouTube, and the awareness for this is massive. So hopefully we are reaching people and people are hearing it and thinking, I'll have a listen to that that gobby Geordie cunt and see what he's got to say. And hopefully they will take away from it and go, right, there is no help on this page that is advertised as a mental health and addiction page. Nothing, nada. So yeah, we'll go to the book now. Hello, Blame Paddy, what are you saying? I'm trying to, honestly, my eyes are bloody shit at the moment. I need glasses, you know. You're doing great. Thank you, darling. I'm trying. Pre-sold signed copy. Yeah, this is what I was talking about there. What if you read Julian's comment, pre-sold copies of the book, and this is when he used to go live playing his guitar in his fucking kitchen before he married into money, and then all of a sudden his life changed and he didn't need that anymore, blah blah, and he started, like I said last night, how he got his clout, his page. He went to the anti-lockdown protest, and then all of a sudden he's got a load of new followers. So he's very manipulative. He knows where to go to get followers. He knows where to go to get people, and he knows how to drag people in. He is a good salesman. I'll give him that. But he's selling shit. He's selling you honestly, there is nothing in there. I've had it confirmed today of 2 people. I've spoke to one person personally, and they are in the tribe, and they are said there is nothing in there. He doesn't go live in there. There is no support. It's peer-to-peer support supposedly, but all it is comments like, "Oh, take one day at a time," blah blah blah. We can all do that. Where this is being sold as the tribe where it saves your life. It saves you. As soon as you enter this group, your life's saved. Your drug problems gone. Your mental health problems are gone. But there is fuck all in there apart from an admin who thinks she's God, and a load of people crying out for help, posting pictures of their children and everything because they believe it's a safe group. Can I point out that there has been predators in there? There has been predators who've been stung by the hunting community who were involved in the tribe. So how do we not know that there's not predators in the tribe again? people are posting photos of their kids in there. People are posting telling their stories, their personal life, you know, pouring out their hearts. And anyone, like I say, I've spoken to someone who's in there the day just watching. So how many other people are in there just watching? So I want to warn people, if you're in that tribe right now and you think that that group is private in any way, shape, or form, believe me, it's not. If I wanted to, I could have got every piece of information, everyone's statuses, everyone's pictures, and I could have showed you them all. But I'm not going to do that. I don't want people's kids' pictures and all that. I'm not shinny. I don't want to know all that shit. So yeah, just please be wary if you're joining this tribe. Really think about it. It's just another Facebook group. I have a subscription group myself, right? And as soon as the people pay mine's only 99 pence, but whatever. As soon as you pay the money, you get added. But these have done something really sly. They've detached the tribe from the page, so you don't get added straight away. All you'll see is the supporters hub, which is just messages, and it's full of shit. There's nothing there that's anything that's going to help you with your addiction. If you're in active addiction now and you're, you know, at the worst, and I know what it's like to be in active addiction. I've said last night, it's horrible. It's the worst thing in the world, right? And if you're looking for help, you will do anything. I know there was points in my life where I had an opiate addiction, and oh yeah, that's right, I've been called, yeah. Can I just address that as well? The guy who keeps trolling me and calling me a smackhead. It's ex-smackhead, if you don't mind. Thank you. I beat drugs. I smashed them, and I didn't need the help of a fake page either. I used the NHS for free. And if everyone else can still use that as well. There is services out there, guys. As much as, you know, these are funny, like some of the people, Paddy's Live and that, are hilarious. There is a serious side to it, right? Like Paddy said, there was a guy who was saying he was going to commit suicide. He was told to phone the Samaritans, which is, you know, if you're on a mental health and addiction page, you're looking for a little bit more than a link to the Samaritans. I'm sure that guy already knew about the Samaritans, but Paddy decided to take it upon himself and go and inbox the guy and help him and support him for weeks. And I know there's lots of other people who've done the same, who have seen people crying out for help on there. They've been ignored, and then these so-called trolls have went over there and intervened and helped people. And I know there's a lot of people on here right now who have helped people who have been on there crying out for help, and his trolls have went over and helped, supported. His ex-tribe members are all part of his troll group now. So that speaks for itself, you know. Lee, which I used as an example last night, and I showed Lee's live, which was horrific in my eyes and heartbreaking. Lee was crying out for help. And what did he do? He told him to piss off. He called him all sorts. He didn't give him any support. Lee was genuinely gutted that he'd been kicked out the tribe, because he obviously was getting something from it. And he was blocked and booted, and you don't get an explanation. Nobody will get back to you. So these people are left hanging. And like I say, the so-called trolls have helped a lot of people from that page. And I know that for a fact. I've seen it, and I could probably bring proof of it, but I know them people would want to stay private. Paddy, for instance, You know, I know he's helped a couple of people off there who's been struggling. I know the ladies from the Shimbo Scammer group have jumped on when they've seen someone vulnerable, and they'll bring them over and say, look, we're not what you think we are. It's not just a troll group. We just point out his his mishaps and his disgusting behavior. So these trolls are now the people who are mopping up all the problems that that page brings, because that page is, like I say, it's advertised, and it's, you know, that's the big thing. Share. If you've got 60,000 followers or whatever it is on his page, I'm not sure, I know it's it's thousands and thousands. You don't need to share, because if you've got 60,000 followers and you've got 60,000 people who are genuinely into you and getting help off you, you don't need your live shared out. Them people are automatically going to be there. Speak for yourself. Horrible trolling. Oh, shut up, Pat. He's not. You're not. Oh, I don't know who you're speaking of. You might be. I don't know if you're all replying to each other. Let me just bring up a couple of comments. Listen. Do you know what? That's what I wanted to speak about as well, right? Because people are going, "Oh, Colin supports this, Colin supports that," because he brought Lee's live up. Listen, if Shinny had sorted Lee out that day instead of telling them to fuck off, would Lee have been doing these lives for the next few months? I don't think so. I think if they had sorted it out there and then, instead of showing him up and abusing him on that live, I don't think we would be where we are now. I don't think it would be half the problems if this guy didn't admit he hasn't got the qualifications, he hasn't got the knowledge, and he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Just admit it, that you don't know what the fuck you're doing, that this page is not for mental health and addiction. It doesn't do anything to help anyone. So, and the new tribe is exactly the same, guys. Anyone listening to me now, please, if you take away anything from this live, you paying that £10, you're not going to see him in there. If you think, I don't know why people think he's hot, because he's not. You know, I love guys. Everyone knows that, and I don't understand the attraction, but each to their own. And I know a lot of ladies who are in there, especially Lorna and people like that, are waiting for him to go live. He does not go live in the tribe at all. The only person who's been live in the tribe in the last few months is Whitney and Peter Lazal. And that was for Whitney and Peter to chat. He admitted about his relapse and stuff. So the tribe is, if you're going in, like, if he's selling this tribe as somewhere you go in and you are cured straight away because there's peer support. Well, Peter Zell is one of the people who's been there the longest. And I'm not slating him for relapsing at all in the slightest. Listen, if that guy's relapsed, I totally feel for him, right? No matter if he's a follower of him or not, I've got empathy for him, and I think, that's really sad. But it does prove that the tribe, the page, does nothing, because Peter Lazelle's one of the longest people who's been following it that I know, and he's getting no help whatsoever, apart from Whitney going live and chatting with him. There's nothing in there that's going to solve your problems. Please believe, trust and believe that there is nothing in that tribe that's going to help your problems. There's a few helpline numbers in the featured section. And that's about it. There's nothing. I was really shocked the lack of content, apart from people's statuses, telling their story. Like I said, it's just messages like, take one day at a time, and all the stuff that you would get anywhere else, but you don't need to pay for it. You do not need to pay £10 to go into a group that is not going to solve anything for you. He's selling this tribe as this wonderful thing, and it's nothing more than a peer-to-peer support group. And it isn't even doing that. It's failing at that, really, because there isn't the peer-to-peer support in there. It's just people telling their stories and then getting told to take one day at a time. I think it's dangerous because, like I say, when you're in active addiction or you've got mental health problems, you'll do anything to try and help. You'll do anything to try and get out of it. You'll do anything to try and, especially if you're in addiction, you'll do anything to try and get yourself out of it. And if you think this guy, join the tribe, it's amazing, it solves your lives. What? A few Zoom calls and a chat? Why should you be charged £10 for that? And then you might have to buy smelly socks on top of that. Absolutely fucking crazy. Now it has just come in. News has just come in. Oh, what? Let me just have a look at this. Cover photo of my son. Yeah, so there's a lot of times when Shinny goes on about my children this, my children have been done that, his children were put on a public platform. He's went for other people's children. He got somebody wrong and he thought there was somebody, like, I think Paddy brought it up on his live, and he completely got that person wrong. And then you've got the incident where somebody sent him a message because he was convinced Yasmin Rogers was somebody else. A lady who went live with them from Ireland, who happens to be from Ireland, so she had to be Yasmin Rogers because it's got an Irish accent. So somebody went on to his Instagram account and messaged him and said, look, you've got the wrong person here. This isn't her. And what he'd done was he screenshotted a photo of her and her child and said, I've got your information now. All she was doing was trying to warn him that he'd done something wrong. So if you make a mistake with him, don't make a mistake and think that he's not going to do something to you, because he is. If you put 1 foot out of line, if you don't toe the party line, if you don't say what he wants to say, you're going to be his next victim. And that is a promise. Right, let's go to some of the comments because I'm absolutely babbling. Pin what? Pin Sarah Holt's comment. Right, let me go and find it. Tribe as being what? Capped at 1,000, and then he's charging for subs to get in it. Right, so this is what he's doing. He's trying to fill it up. Right, that makes sense. So what he's doing is, with these letting people in free, he's going to cap it at 1,000, and then he's going to start charging. This is what he's doing. He wants to fill it up to make what? Oh, so this is what his game is, right? So he's looking to fill the tribe, make it look full, and say to people, I've got over 1,000 people in there, all helping each other. And then he's going to start charging people. What a sly bastard. So this is the new plan, obviously, to get people to pay. He's going to fill it and make it look full, and then he's going to go live and say, I've got over 1,000 people in the tribe, so you should pay $8.99 or whatever it is. I keep getting the price wrong, but I know it's around that. Does it really matter? I'm around the right price. pardon me, and he's going to make it look full, which it is full. It'll be full of people who've paid nothing to get in there, but they've given their mobile number and their email, which I think is dangerous. Given a scammer, he done this the last time. If everyone can remember when he lost the big page, he made up the most worst, pathetic website I've ever seen in all my life. And you had to give your credit card details to get in there. And then a couple of people spoke out and said, I'm being bombarded with things for your book. So when he gets your email number, it's like any other scammer. Once they've got your email, you're on what's called a suckers list. And it means that you are susceptible to being scammed. And that means he's going to bombard you with buy my book, buy my book, buy my book, which is another bullshit story that we're going to get to as well about the book. The book, I've been on Amazon, I've had a look. The book never reached number one at all in any. There was subcategories of like different things, but there was the book never reached number one. He's not J.K. Rowling. He's not fucking, come on. This book was full of shit. And I don't understand. I'll chat about the book in a minute, but the book is no help whatsoever. If you think you're buying that book, and he has sold that book, and he's selling it as, oh, this is going to help you with if you've got bad mental health or if you've got an addiction, this is going to help you. In what way? In what way? Please tell me, because it's quite triggering at one point. The stories in there about him and the babysitter and stuff like that are really inappropriate for that kind of book. I really don't understand how that book is meant to help anyone. It's just a self-indulgent book about him and he's made up stories about being an addiction. Absolute bullshit. Right, let's read and see if I've missed anything that's really important. I probably have, because I can't stop talking. But I'm going to try. Louise, I'm going with you first. He's copying. He's right. I've got that. So, am I right in thinking, right? So he's gonna get the tribe to 1,000, and then he's gonna start charging for subs. So this is what he's doing. He's going to get you all in there for free, and he's going to go live and say, I've got over 1,000 people in there. And that sounds great, doesn't it? Oh, there's 1,000 people in there. I must have to join and get involved in this. This is going to help my mental health and my addiction. And like I've said, there's nothing in there. There's nothing. I've got evidence. I've got nobody. I have to say, the people who are in there who are just watching have been very respectful, and they haven't screenshotted any of the stories or anything to me like that. All they done was screenshotted what was the featured section, because I wanted to know what was in. Because when you go into a group, you straight away look at what's in the featured section, especially if it's going to be a mental health and addiction group. And there was none of that. Absolute none. My phone's going wild. Is that because I'm live? Oh yeah, possibly. A bit of alts, but it's a lot of alts, yeah. Hello. Can I just read? I'm just gonna pin some of these comments. He does have an addiction. It's called me, myself. I totally agree. That's spot on. He hasn't got an addiction to any drugs or anything like that. He went on a few sessions, got wrecked, popped a few E's, and thinks that he's had an addiction. He hasn't. Has he? Fuck. He doesn't know what it's like he does not know what it's like to wake up in the morning and not know where you're going to get your next way of getting high from. He's talking absolute shit. Sorry, let me just pen that. What you say? A lot of alts. Yep. Right, let's read this. Hello, John Dolan, and welcome. I left the tribe after Wayne and Stuart came out and all the fights 2 years ago. I removed all my personal details, and even when his book came out, they still had my info. You see what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. I am right in what I'm saying. I'm not just talking bullshit. So you think it's all deleted, but they still have your info and emails telling me about the book. This is, there you go, Jan, right? Which is a respected lady who she's got no reason to lie. This lady was in the tribe and she is being. Hello, Sam. Is that you, Sam? Hello, darling. Sorry if I haven't said hello to anyone. I'm Jacqueline. Hello. I'm really sorry. It's just once I start talking, I have to just talk or I'll forget what I'm talking about. Retreat event. So there, Jan has just pointed out a beautiful, beautiful point. She left after Wayne and the Stewart thing happened, and that was 2 years ago. I removed myself. I'm going to read it again and all my personal details. And then when the book came out, and they still had my info. So that is a pure scammer trick, right? What they'll do is they will keep your information, and then when they need to sell something, they will bombard you with emails. Thank you, Jan, for being so honest and coming over and saying that. I really appreciate it. What's this? Alison. What a weirdo. You're neither. What the fuck? Close. Yeah, I know. Alison, let me read your comment. Sorry if I've missed it, because I know Alison is just a lady who has been following and she's commented on him. That's another thing, right? If you're seen to be commenting on any of the pages like Shimbo Scammer or anything like that, you're classed as a troll, and then he goes for you and looks for your personal information. Alison being one of them. Alison isn't a lady who goes live. She's not looking for clout. She's not looking for money. So I don't understand why he's gone for her, apart from the fact that she's probably said a few things on pages what he doesn't like. And you, my friend, Mr. fucking Davenport, have said you're a public figure, and if you're a public figure, anyone can have an opinion on you. And I don't think you're a public figure, but that's neither here nor there. But you are a live public all the time, so everyone can have an opinion on you, bad or good. I get people's opinions from my live last night that were terrible. People thought I was called me all sorts, junkie this, junkie that, whatever. Have I gone at them today? Have I? Fuck, because I don't care. You meant to, yeah. If you go live and put yourself out there, you're putting yourself up for criticism. So just take it on the chin. Just do it. Don't be a whinge. Don't be a crybaby. Sorry, I'm just trying to read some of the comments. Hi, Ginger Sam Mark. I love what I like that name. Right, let's read this. Carrie. The 12-step program to help people stuck it on. Yes, so that is another scam he done, right? Carrie's just pointed out there, right? He used the 12-step program, which is an amazing program. And it takes a lot to do it, and it takes a lot of strength to do it. And he done the 12-step program as his socks, but he only got up to number 6. I don't think the rest of the socks ever came out. So steps after 6 did not happen. Tragedy, and the feeling's gone, your socks are gone. Tragedy. I don't know why I said that there. That was just a random little song there for you. But yeah, he used the 12-step program to sell socks, which is absolutely the lowest of the low. Absolutely low. And then I do believe he was forced, and I know actually it's not a rumor, he was forced to change that whole selling technique, because I don't think the people were too happy that he was using the 12-step program to sell fucking socks to people in active addiction. Because like I say, I've been in a lot of places for drug rehab, and I've never been offered a pair of socks to help me get better. Maybe a pair of socks to put on my feet and get warm, but never has anyone ever said to me, "Oh, Mr. Elliot, I am now giving you 12 pairs of socks, and that if you wear them each day of the week, you're going to be cured." What a load of bullshit. Gosh. Skaghead. I know that's what I got called the day. Skaghead. I'm going up the comments. I am going up the comments. Don't forget the £1,000 that is. Oh, do you know what? Actually, I was gonna leave that because do you know what? I said I would do one live on him, right? But there's so fucking much that I would have to split it up into 2 parts. But I might have to do a little bit of another live as well. I'm so sorry for everyone that has had to listen to me for 2 nights in a row. But I'll probably give it a rest tomorrow and then do another one, because there's so much new stuff that's happened in the last few months, because it has revved up a notch, right? Where he has offered £1,000 for Ella Mackenzie's identity, just because she comments on a page, and I don't understand why he wants to know exactly who she is. It's probably because he wants to contact her job and things like that, and the fact that he can't get it is really annoying him, because she's been quite clever and not came in and tell everybody, "Oh, I work here and I do this." She's protected herself from all that. I've popped on the thread. No. Oh, sorry. Hi, Dawn. 3 pot. 3 pot. Sam, do you reckon I could do? Because I need. Listen, there's so much, right? Like, there's so much on this guy, and we did reach thousands of people last night, right? Which is good. And I'm not saying that because Colin got thousands of views. It's not about that. It's about awareness. Like, who gives a shit about me? I'm just the front man. I'm just the gob. I'm just the gob from Newcastle. Like, I'm not anybody special. I'm just pointing out the facts on them. That's all. There's no I'm not professing to have the answers to addiction. I'm not professing to have the answers to mental health problems. All I could do was signpost and give advice from my own experience, but I don't think that's going to help someone in active addiction. I think they need straight away to go to medical help, and that's my opinion. I know a lot of people might not agree with it. There's other kind of therapies out there, but I believe the best way to get clean and get sober and help with your mental health. And I don't give a shit about what they say about waiting times for the NHS and stuff like that. That if you're suffering really badly and you need an appointment, they will try and get you in pretty quick. I know from self-experience, when there's been on lockdown 1, when it was the worst, and I still got help. So there is help out there. Please don't believe that just because I know there's a nursing strike at the moment and the NHS is all over the news and stuff about waiting times and things like that, but that's to do with something completely separate. Don't think there is no help out there, because there is, and don't give up hope. honestly, I believe in you, whoever you are who've got an addiction. I believe in everybody who's got one. I believe everyone can get better. I don't believe you can get better using Shinny's page, but I do believe if you use the NHS or any of their services, I believe in you, and I believe you can get help, and I believe you'll get clean and you'll get sober. But that's by the by. That's just my opinion. And I keep having to say that over and over and over. That it's just my opinion. Please don't take this as fact. Please don't take this as like, oh, Colin said it, so it must be true. There might be a lot in your area. There might be a big waiting list to get help with your drink problem or drug problem or your mental health problem. But I do know if you're in crisis, you can ring the crisis team and you do get seen to straight away. The crisis team is a team of mental health nurses, and if you ring, say, somewhere, and then they think you're really in a mental health crisis, they'll direct you to the mental health team, which is the crisis team, and they are fantastic. They are amazing people, and we need to remember that there's amazing stuff going on in the NHS. Just because it's all over the news at the moment that the NHS is in crisis, we know it is. We know that there's a lot of it going wrong, but there's still help there. There is still help. Hi, Sean, darling. I'm just noticing some names now. Hi, Max. I hope everyone came back. Where you going? Oh, I'm sorry, I've received, right, thank you, Carrie. Can I just read your message? Right, thank you. So Carrie's just said there, I've received so much help with what I went through from the NHS. It's very, very hard even to pick up the phone. And it is, do you know what? Listen, you're the bravest person in the world if you even pick that phone up for help. Like Curry says, it's really, really daunting, the fact that you're going up there. So if you're going to go there, Sam says the crisis team are great. There's loads of people who've had great experiences. I've had to wait 11 days. I'm really sorry, Gary. And like I say, not everyone's the same. And the NHS is in a bit of a mess at the moment, but there's still help there, though. Don't give up, and don't think just because you see on the news, oh, the NHS is collapsing, blah, 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 that there's no help for you. There is help, and you can get, there is going to be, if you're in a real bad crisis, there will be somebody where you pick up the phone, even if you can just speak to them and have someone talk to you over the phone. There is loads of numbers, and I'm going to put them up on the page. I'm going to put them all over so everybody can read them for all the different services that are out there. There's loads, guys, honestly. Please believe in the NHS. Hi, Yaz. Speaking of the NHS is in crisis due to the government. Completely agree. Oh God, this is not going to go down well, but I'm going to say it anyway. The Tories have absolutely smashed the NHS to pieces because they want it sold off, in my opinion. But that's for another night. That's another subject. I don't want to get off. Hello, Paul. Hello, everyone. I'm sure the mods are making everyone welcome. Hi. Fighting, sleep, strip naked, open the window. Well, that's a method, I'm sure. I'll give that a bash sometimes. I've got a lot of numbers for free help in Northumberland. Me too, Gary. And we'll share them, mate. I've got a group, it's called Masturbate Unhinged. I know it's a bit of a stupid name, but we'll put all the group, and I've got a page, which obviously we're being streamed to now, and we'll put all them numbers up there. So, anybody who's struggling right now and thinking, these are talking about help mental drug addiction, we'll put the numbers out there. So if you are struggling, give them a ring. But please keep away from his page. He is just, there's not, I've been in the tribe today myself, and there's no help there. There's nothing, absolutely nothing. Just a few things. Oh, and can I just point out as well, the tribe is very unsafe. There is, I'm not going to mention their names, but there was 2 men in the tribe under women alts, and I think that is massively dangerous. So there's 2 men in the tribe as we speak right now, and they are active members in the tribe, and they are using female accounts, and they are males behind them. So in my eyes, that is fucking dangerous, because what if, I know there's a rule, or you're not allowed to ring each other, but however, we all know rules are there to be broken, and especially if you're in active addiction, you don't give a shit about rules. So yeah, I just want to warn you, there's 2 people in the tribe at the moment using multiple alts, and 2 of them are women names that they're using, and they are men behind them, and I can guarantee that 100%. I'm not just saying that as something, a rumor, I'm saying that as a fact. It's coming from somebody who was in the tribe, and they've linked it back and looked at them, and they know that they are men behind them, female alts in the tribe, this, you know, safe tribe, this safe haven, this amazing place. There was 2 men using alts in there. Hello, Babs, darling. There was 2 men in there under female names. So how scary is that? You know, what if somebody thinks, oh, I can ring her, or I can use her, or I can message her? It's a man behind it. So this is how he's using the tribe. He doesn't give a fuck. He's well aware that these people are under alts as well, because he wants the numbers bolstered, and he doesn't give a shit how he does it. So that, like I say, there's guys in there, 2 men in particular, who are using alts, and they are female names, and they are men behind them. So be very, very wary. Right. I'm just going to have a look at another video that I wanted just to watch, right? Which is very telling. Just give me a moment, guys. Just chat amongst yourselves. Get your snacks. Get some popcorn. Oh, yes, this is it. Right, listen to this, right? I'm going to share my screen with you. 1 second. This is how manipulative he is. But this has to be an advert. Right. We'll go from the beginning, and then I'm going to share my screen. Back to StreamYard. I hope everyone's okay in the comments. I'm sorry if I'm neglecting you. The moderators are there, and they're fantastic. The spanners, will you just make everyone welcome? The spanners, oh God, what do I need to call them? Will you just make everyone welcome and make sure everyone's okay? Right. So let's have a listen.
Yeah, thank you, Jenna. So when I pre-order, does the book go straight onto my Kindle? Yeah, Kenneth, pre-ordered it now, and then the book goes straight over. Right, if we're not getting the shares and stuff, it's one of them. I'm to get a shower and some breakfast, and I wanted to come on. So I'm not being thingy. I'm just saying, if people aren't engaging or interacting with the show this morning, that's cool. I'll just come back on later. So we'll give it a couple of minutes. Wait, if we're getting a load of shares, you know, I'm not asking for money here. I'm asking for stars. I'm asking for shares. Yeah, because then we're going to try and get more people on to pre-order my book. If it's not happening, I'll just come back on later. I'll go and have some breakfast.
Well, fucking go and have some
Totally up to you right now if you want me to stay on or not.
absolute plonker. His dick will be inverted
Shows
in there.
you on your instant message. What? We'll share. I don't know what that is.
Because you're thick.
But yeah, we'll see anyway. We'll see.
Picking
Gotta
his
keep the show
nose,
going.
as usual.
I'm only gonna look. If there's engagement going on the page and there's interaction, cool. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna keep doing the shows. But if he's not, I'm not gonna sit there like a sore thumb, like blah 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 blah, and people not doing that tribal group thing that we're supposed to do and kind of move together.
Christ.
You know what I mean? I press play, I press live, and then there's a group of us that kind of crack on together. And then James, turn it off. I'll come back on later. You go and get your breakfast.
That's Whitney talking to him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think 46 shares. The shares have gone up though. Okay. So if the shares keep going up, and we're going to get a few pre-orders in the book, of course I'm going to stay.
See what I mean? Right? It's all about shares, pre-orders. We're like, there's no offer of any help on this live at all. He's sitting there in a sauna, the water's filthy, and he's babbling on about shares that Whitney, the manipulative bitch, is in the comments telling them what to do and working the crowd as she does. Well, we'll finish off anyway, the prick.
Stay on. I'm not here to waste my fucking time. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, I've said this, my time is valuable, like having kids, being on holiday, not having my breakfast share.
Oh, you fucking dickhead.
Not having my breakfast share.
Oh, shut up. No one cares. Fucking dickhead. Oh, what have I done? Oh, gosh. Money. Just go back to my StreamYard. Hello, I'm back. Right, so did you see the manipulation in there? That was real. Hi, Jack. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. So what do you think of that? I'm not coming. I want shares. I want pre-orders, unregulated products. Well, we can talk about that again as well. Do you know what? That's what I mean. Like, we could talk about. I know I was only going to do one live on this guy, but there's so fucking much. Like, when I was doing my homework today, because I didn't know that much about what he's done to people until today. But did you see the manipulation there? He's sitting in a fucking hot tub, living it up. He doesn't need the money. And he's still greedy. I want pre-orders. I want this, so I'm going to get my breakfast. And then you've got wet legs in the comments. Oh, yeah, go and get your breakfast, James. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, God, shut up. Oh, gosh. So we can see the manipulation tonight, can't we, guys? Can't we? Is everyone seeing what I'm seeing? Am I just like seeing things that aren't there? How about nothing but money? He doesn't care. He doesn't. But I just wanted, it's all right for all us to know that, right? We all know it, right? And we all get it. We all know the manipulation. We all know his methods. But there's a lot of people out there who still don't know what he's up to, and he's still playing on them. Unlocks jaw. You see these people in the comments, right? These have got a lot of experience with them, and a lot of these people have helped the people in mopping up the trouble that he causes in the tribe. Causes selling the tribe, sorry. There's people left hanging in the comment section after his lives going, well, I'm here suicidal, and his trolls, what he calls, have went over and helped. So, it speaks for itself. You can see the manipulation there. That was a perfect example. I'm going to fuck off if I don't get what I want. It's, dead easy to see. Colin, did you mention, Juan, He accused me. Yes, I was talking about that before. So Yasmin's here now. Yasmin's the lady. There was a lady from Ireland who went live with them, and she was I thought she was really polite and she was really nice on his live. She asked him a few questions about why he was charging, and he just attacked her and wanted to find out who she was. And Yasmin happens to have an Irish accent, so he went, oh my God, that must be her. Got confused. Joanne went over to his Instagram account to explain the confusion and say, look, you've got the wrong person. And Joanne ended up having her children's photo sent back to her and said, look, I've got your information now, because he thinks everybody's out to get him. And she wasn't. She was out to give him a bit of advice. And I'm not trying to say that there hasn't been badness on both sides, because sometimes there has been wrong. Like, there's been people who've inserted themselves in it and done stuff that's bad. But that doesn't mean that all the people who are still trying to help now were involved in any of that. I don't know a lot about that stuff, but I know that I've seen these guys helping and picking up where he has left. Especially, like I say, his live attracts people who are struggling, who looking for help, and they get piss all. They get nothing but left hanging. Sometimes Whitney will give them the number for the Samaritans, which is an insult. It's helpful, but it's not. It's not what they're selling. They're selling a product as in the tribe and their whole service, whereas there's nothing there apart from you're going to get like that, like the lady said before. She left, she took all her personal information away, and they still bombarded her with text messages about the socks. So that just goes to prove what I'm saying is true. Once they've got your information, once they've got your email number, and giving your phone number to them is ridiculous to join a Facebook group. Like, I get it that they want to try and make it safe, but it's just mind-blowing that people, it's a Facebook group. It's, it's not a rehab center. Once you get in there, there's nobody to help. There's no professionals. There's not one person. It's peer-to-peer support, and it's even failing at that because there isn't people getting help. There's no stories in there of, do you know what? I joined a few weeks ago, and I'm absolutely, getting the help I need. I've cut down on my diazepam use or whatever, and it's all down to the tribe. There's no things like that in there. Like, you would expect there would be some testimonials, wouldn't you, from people who would say, I joined the tribe and I got clean within 6 months or whatever. And there's none of that. It's bullshit. It's all about selling and getting your information. Let me go back to the comments again, because I'm trying not to be rude tonight. He doesn't care about, it's all money. Don't give addresses out, please. Yeah, man, don't. What's that? Don't give out addresses, please. I got the police, and so yeah, Gary is a good. I'm not gonna speak on his whole story because I don't want to it's personal. But we'll say someone called Peter gave his information to people connected to the tribe, or the people who were trusted in there, and he ended up getting a visit from the police for absolutely nothing, which distressed him and his family, and it was disgusting. I could bring up that live, but I'm not going to for Gary's sake. But it's disgraceful that was done to him, all because he comments on the anti-shinny stuff. That's the only thing that they've got against these people. What has Gary ever done to them? I know Gary a little bit, and I don't know anything that he's done. I can't name something. He wasn't involved in any of the bad stuff. These are the people who are victims of it all. Hi, Jack. I'm trying to read your comments because I know there'll be safe group, safe from wandering eyes. He wants his actions hidden. Very true. Hi, Lisa, darling. Oh, Gary, I don't have that live now, but you know what? Tomorrow we're going to go through things that have happened to people who've been involved in the tribe. And I know of 3 or 4 people I can think off the top of my head whose stories would take me a full live to talk about. I'll probably not do it tomorrow night because I'm going to give you a rest from hearing me talk. But another night, we're all going to go over the people who've given information. I'm going to speak to another few people and ask them if they would like me to talk about their story or they would like to come on the live. And then you can tell your own story if you want, or I'll tell it for you. I'm quite willing to do that for you. Gary is a lovely guy. Yes, these people. He needs to stop being bum off his missus. And so Gary, has a head injury. He has mental health problems, and he has had an addiction. He's been in active addiction, and this guy has been trolled horrifically, because he was part of the tribe, fell out of the tribe, and then they've got these, and then you've got these little people working for Shinny who do his dirty work while he sits on the live smiling like a Cheshire cat. And people like Gary are getting visits from the police. There's other people, like I say, I don't want to mention them right now until I've got their permission, because I'm not going to speak on them if I don't have their permission to talk about it. You're reading YouTube comments now then. Yes, hello Welsh Rose. Oh, hello darling. Sorry. 36 years. Addict and 3. There's Gary's comment there, guys. Let's have a look at that. Remember Gary being told to throw away his... This is another one, right? Listen to this. So Gary was told to throw away his medication without seeing a doctor. These are giving out really dangerous advice over there. This is fucking shocking. This is really bad. If you're getting told, listen, do never, ever, ever, ever stop taking your meds without consulting your GP. That is so dangerous. You're talking about losing. This is about loss. You're talking about losing lives here. If you come off a medication that is helping you with your mental health problems or addictions, you're going to suffer badly because that medication is possibly very addictive as well, and very addictive for the right reasons. Normally a doctor would tell you to slowly come down off something and step by step do it. I've done it myself, where I've come off tablets, and you do it over a period of months or weeks, and depending how long you want to do it, depending how it all depends on you. A lot of the treatment done by the NHS is tailored to your own needs. There's not a one size fits all, I've found, in my experience. I know other people might not agree, but that's my experience with them anyway. Hello, Abby. Oh, Abby's lovely. Even rehabs don't take you out. Exactly. Nobody would tell you to do that. Hello, Catherine, darling. Only kept one eye. Jesus Christ, this is a fucking horror story. What's this, Carrie? Let me read this. he also, right, let me just, because I haven't got I need glasses, you know, proper. I'm so old. He also told a woman that she said she had been drinking a bottle of wine for, I know it was over a year, but can't remember exactly how many years. But that's still a long time, no matter how, even if you don't know how many years it was, Carrie, you know, you can still get the gist of it and know that she's been drinking a lot for a long time. And oh, sorry, I need to go back up because I want to read that out, and the comments are going so fast. You're a fast typers, aren't you? How many years? But she said, and Shinny said, well, why not just have a wine tomorrow? Just stop. Like, what the fuck? He has no knowledge at all. A lot of advice he has given is dangerous and no one should follow it, what he says. Listen, that is spot on. I couldn't have said it better myself. Of Carrie there. Listen, I think I don't claim to be a professional of any shape or form, but I've been through addiction and I know that you cannot just stop it. Please don't just ever think, I'm just going to stop tomorrow and then I'm going to see how it happens, because you will suffer to the point where you probably lose your mind and you're going to be very poorly and you're going to be very sick. You need to be monitored by a nurse or a GP or somebody like that, a professional, not some idiot on Facebook, not even a loudmouth Geordie, not a loudmouth Mank. Just make sure you're getting that advice from the right places, please. I beg. Because it's really dangerous. It really is dangerous. Gary, well done though, for being able to still come here and speak about it. And I think it's really brave of you to come and speak when you've been trolled so badly and you're still willing to come over here and give advice to people. So, well done to Gary for even being here and speaking. A lot of people would have just thought, look, I'm keeping away from that because I don't want any more. Everybody's frightened of getting trolled, and that's the thing. Right, I think I've caught up on the comments. If there's any comment that you think I need pinned, just let me know and I'll pin it. I just need to find you another video, right? What the fuck's happened there? Oh God, doesn't he look scary there? Fuck, you know. 7 hours ago. Oh, this is a recent live. Oh, wicked. Right. Let's watch this together, right? This was 7 hours ago, guys. So, screen share. So, yeah, 3rd of June. No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But let's have a look at it anyway, because it looks interesting. Oh, piss off, 5-star rain or shine. You'll get me a strike. I love that song though. Rain or shine, it's you or me. Right, so here he starts off. Looks like he's drinking a pint of lager. Oh, is this what I think it is? I think this is what this is. I think I showed a little bit of this last night. He's not spoken yet, and he's been live a few minutes. He's looking at it live to see how many shares.
So,
right.
Following up from last night, here we are. We're ranked here.
Oh, he's talking about the book.
In health recovery books.
Right. So this is what I was talking about, right? He claims that the book was #1 bestseller. What you have, right, when you're doing a book is subcategories. So if I wrote a book about being a loudmouth Geordie, there would be like a subcategory called Newcastle, or a subcategory called Colin's Big Mouth. And then you could get #1 in that. And these are tiny little categories where there's not much competition. And this is where he starts to manipulate people into thinking the book's a bestseller.
Drug and chemical abuse addiction and disorder and diseases. I'm going to show you. Mate, I enjoyed that curry so much. So did my ass this morning.
Do you know what? You're such an uncouth idiot. So you see what I mean? He's shown the people and they think this is #1.
Yeah, 2 days. Oh, sorry, Jason. 2 days clean. Well done, brother.
Well done. No advice.
Let's go for 3, eh?
But you see what I mean, right? There's somebody there who's just said they've been clean for a few days. You should have fucking put down that book and said, let's talk to that guy. Let's see how he got clean. Let's see how he done it. But no, let's fucking sell the book.
So we're at number 11 in addiction and recovery, which is the one, do you know,
subcategory.
The old Kindle, that's at number 5 still.
See?
But, you know, that was
it's okay.
That was taken from us. It's all right. But the new Kindle with the added content of chapters and there's part 4 what had to be changed to Recovering Out Loud. It is a new Kindle. So if you have purchased your Kindle, you can order the new Kindle now, the 199 one, yeah?
Can I just stop there for a second and come back to you guys? Does anybody know what he's talking about there? Why was the book worded or was there something he was pulled up on? Let me read Carrie's comment. He also told a woman that she had been. Oh, I think I've just read that. Sorry, I'm well behind in the comments, aren't I? I've just realised that. And you can see my screen still, and I'm well behind. I'm like 90 comments behind. It's an Amazon subsection, right? So Susan says it a little bit better than me. It's an Amazon subsection. He only, oh gosh, it's gone up. I've lost it. It's because these are so fast. Oh, Gary's right. I'll just read that out. I'm feeling better now. I seen them for what I think I've been doing, and I've got 20 profiles from the Tooth Fairy and that's him getting trolled, and he's still making a joke of it, bless him, and he can still, find it funny, even though it's not. It's disgusting. Don't mention vinegar. Oh gosh, that's for another thing. Does anyone know what he's talking about there? Why the chapter was rewritten? What was that all about? I think pages were missing, right? Okay. I think chapter 4 is the only. He had to write. That's it there. Thank you, Jack. He had to rewrite it after a backlash about his mother dealing from him. It was taken out. Okay, thank you. We should start a GoFundMe for Colin some. No trigger warnings on his book description on the website or book, and there should have been a trigger warning because there was some horrific stories in there about him and his deviant sex life, and there should have been a trigger warning. Let's face it, lies, no help at all. That book's not going to help you anything in any way, shape or form, believe me. It's not going to do anything apart from take money out of your pocket. If you've bought the socks, if you've bought this, if you've done that, you just, it's just another thing that you've bought. I buy mine from Poundland. The dog keeps chilling. I don't know what I think it's a vanity thing. I don't want to admit I need glasses, but I do. Totes need them. Right, stop sharing. I'm gonna find something fucking else. Because we're not finished on this one yet, you know. Are we hell? Are we hell? We're going to do as much awareness on this one as we can. It's about time. Do you know what? The Shimbo scammers and that are doing a fantastic job, but we need a gob. I think that's me, innit? Let me just have a look. I want to find something for you. One moment. I know where it is. Your channel. Strike it lucky, strike it rich. You're a fucking bitch. This is right. So let's have a look at this. Another person who a so-called troll, Teresa. Let's have a look at her live with them.
I'm going to invite you. Come on, Teresa.
Let's see what he was like with Teresa. Just bear with us 1 second, my lovelies, and I'll share you the screen. And we'll see. This is someone else who joins us live to challenge him. And let's have a look what happens.
Come on. You can come on and have a pop at me if you want. You don't have to just type it in the little comments box there. Come on. Come on.
Straight away being
Teresa,
sarcastic.
You can't just give a comment like that. Oh, we've got her. Hiya, Teresa. All right?
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right, thanks.
Start
Thanks
off
for your
polite.
comment.
No problem whatsoever. I've actually been trying to come on for a little while, actually.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah, I have, seriously. Actually, when you first came on, I actually did admire you, and I'll admit that. But I think you've taken it too far. I'll be honest.
What too far?
I think you're laughing, and I think you're jeering at other people's pain. I think the way that you sit there and you seem to glorify yourself, other people's suffering, I think is disgusting.
I agree.
I've worked with mental health, and I've done it for many years, and I've worked on secured units. And I know what it's like to work with people that seriously do suffer with addiction, with alcoholism, with drug addiction, with all sorts. And believe me, I've never seen anyone ever go into recovery and then behave like you are right now.
Yes.
Your laughing, sir, is disgusting. I saw your video earlier on of when you were laughing at whoever that person was that snapped his leg, and you were giggling like a banshee, and you were saying karma. You were saying karma, but do you really believe?
Do you know who that guy is?
Right, listen, do you think that
No.
wrong?
You can't come on my show and not give, you cannot answer my questions. So I'm going to ask you something. Who that individual is who I'm talking about?
I don't see any of their names anymore.
Right, he has absolutely attacked me and my family, my partner, my children for the last year. He runs a page called Chits that is all homed in on my life on a daily basis.
See what I mean, right? He's talking about Lee there, right? And I believe Lee is a product of him. If he had sorted Lee out on that live, what I showed the other night, there wouldn't be any of this. But anyway, let's continue.
He goes on and attacks me, every single day. So when I heard he broke his leg, it was fucking great news for me, that.
That's
and
horrible.
I don't care what you think about my recovery. I show people how to recover well. I don't show people how to recover and sit in recovery meetings and therapy and sessions for the rest of their life, I recovered to get a bridge form of good living. And this is what I'm doing today. I'm showing people how to recover well.
You think then that your behaviour that you display is of a normal, sound mind at times, do you? Or do you think then...
No chance, I'm not of sound mind. On a daily basis, I work. On a daily basis, I work to better myself by praying, meditating, and helping others. And that's all I've done for the last 6 years on these shows. But I will never let me speak. I am not a doormat. I did not recover to be a doormat by man or woman. If somebody gives me shit, I don't pray for them. I tell them to fuck off. And that is something that I'll even tell my children to do. If you are a spiritual person that minds their own business, that does not fucking go at no one, if somebody insults you and goes at you, you can tell them to fuck off as a human being. That's the problem today. Too many people like yourself.
Sometimes when that person is actually going at you, sometimes that's when they're actually seeking help the most.
I've heard it all before. I've heard all that bullshit before.
Yeah, but if you're a real activist for mental health,
no. I will not stick up for someone. I will not stick up for somebody. I will not stick up for somebody that homes in on people's children and people's partners and people's affairs and absolutely attacks them on a daily basis. I don't care whether he's poorly or not no more, and whether these people they are sick. I'm fucking sick. So does that give them an excuse to come at me and my children and my family on a daily basis?
But does that give you the excuse to behave like you do on social media and then actually scream and shout and cry when somebody actually confronts you like I'm doing now about your behaviour?
Scream and cry. I'm not crying. I'm talking to you as a human being. You're coming at me with your comment.
I'm actually surprised you haven't blocked me yet.
Listen, I don't need to block you, but you've come at me over something that I said about someone's broken leg. Okay, I get it. What else have you got?
Yeah, absolutely. I have comment you over that, and this is
right. Stuff. Let me get rid of that. Sorry. Back to the StreamYard. Right. So, right, listen. I know that was just, it sounded like just an argument. But people this big, who've got massive followings, well, he hasn't got a massive following, he's bought it, but he did have a big following at once. And what you do is you just block them. You block people and you don't go back at them. He wants to argue. The only content he's got on his page now is arguing backwards and forwards with people he calls trolls. That anyone who's got an opinion that doesn't agree with him is a troll. Colin, are you falling asleep? No. Not yet. You can hear snoring though when I do. Oh, funny. You'll know when I'm asleep because you'll hear. Right, because I'm known for it. He admits not being of sound mind. That is why SS are worried about the welfare of Maxine and the kids. Fair comment. What's that about me? I heard heavy breathing. Are you? Stop it! Where's Asbo's comment? What she's saying? Oh, he's trolling me now. I'm gonna fight with you now. What's that? He was deaf or awesome. Wayne is Wayne. Do you know what? We haven't even touched on Wayne yet. I thought this is where when he started his live started getting shared into Wayne's groups, right? So Wayne was interested and thought, well, who's this guy? So he went over and had a look, and he thought the same as what I thought. This is loads of bullshit. So he went on and he said a few comments, and then he was absolutely disgusting to Wayne. And I'm going to show you, this is why he lost his big page. One moment. I'll not fall asleep, I promise. Where's that moment? Oh, here we are. Oh, I want to show you this. This is showing his absolute greed, right? And his vileness, right? This was when he was starting to lose his support and he was starting to lose it a bit. I'm going to show you this, right? This is for anyone who's new, who hasn't seen it. This is Shinny in full action.
Click on the green support badge. Supporter. Become supporters because we're still on 949.
So we had 949 people in the tribe then, and he was expecting more people to sign up. Them glasses are bloody awful.
Steps up to the plate and become a supporter. Yeah, so for the ones that are my supporters, yeah, I'll quickly do it for you, Wayne, if you want.
This is why he lost his big page, guys, right? One
advertise.
moment, let me turn this up, right? This is why he lost his big page. This moment right here.
20% to a management team. A couple of grand in paying people's wages to do shows on this page.
Bullshit.
Yeah, me, whatever was left over. Through an accountant as well, Wayne, let's not forget that. So I quickly summed it all up for you. Yeah, how's about that? You little bum boy that lives with your mum.
Mental health advocate.
Little shit that lives with his mum. That's all laughing, you vermin. You smell, your feet was horrible.
Let's go back.
Shit that lives with his mum.
Little bastard, what he is.
That's all laughing, you vermin. You smell, your feet was horrible that day. You probably don't even leave the house. Yeah. You probably don't even leave the house.
Look, right. If he had just, that's why. Oh, you piss off. Oh no.
Did you know that booking.com does flights too?
Where the fuck did that come from? That's going to get me a strike.
Can I have my phone back? No. Book flights, trips, and everything
What?
in between at booking.com. Booking.com. Booking.com.
I'll booking.com, yeah, you stupid twat.
Today, guys, I'm going to do an apartment
What?
tour for you and show you what's happening out here as far as the rental market is concerned.
Oh my God,
Show you
am
what
I
the
going
real
crazy
life
here or
day-to-day
what?
is out here. The place that we're going to go take a look
What
at today
the
is
fuck?
this place right here. What's unique about this place?
Sorry about that. Someone attacked my live. Somebody just came in and started talking absolute waffle. No, man, I just went onto a page for it by accident. So anyway, I don't want you to miss what that happened, right? That was homophobic and it was disgusting. It was that, right? If he had just blocked, right? If he just blocked Wayne in the beginning and, you know, not reacted to him, none of this would have happened. But instead, he decided to go on like a horrible, horrible person that he is and attack Wayne. And instead of like attacking him for anything else, he went for the low-hanging fruit. Or because he's gay. You are a little bum boy, he said, which is, you know, it's a homophobic slur. And he had quite a few people watching him then. So that must have been, you know, I would have been disgusted to hear that about myself. No wonder I got mass reported. And no wonder you lost your big page. That's why you lost it. Right at that moment there. Right there. Sorry. God, I don't know what happened there with that stupid guy talking. He'll get me a strike, a daft twat. Shinny is now trying to sell vitamins, etc. Next scam. Well, Linda, do you know what? We're gonna keep on him, right? Do you know if this is keep carrying on, what we'll do is, right, is we'll go for every scam. I heard Colin Heavy. Oh God, we've been over that. No, Colin, you've had overexposure. Your he gets more views when he goes on a rant. Yeah, he does. That's another thing. I'm behaving. The way he shouts in front of them is bang out of order, but also the adult content he talks about in front of them. And it's also a page that is not like for over 18s, it's for anyone. This is my moment. He went into Teresa's looks as well. Yeah, he sure did. Is this the life with Wayne and do you want to listen to that? Because we can go and get it if you want. I think you've said all on Chippy now. Yeah, I think I have. I think there's listen, if there's a new scam coming up, right, we will cover it and I'll go over it. We can listen to Wayne's live another time as well because it is funny and it is legendary because Wayne owns them. But he does go into what he does, right? And anytime he's confronted, he just goes into attack mode, right? And he'll go for people's looks and he'll go for their, for teeth, hair, whatever. He doesn't bring anything to that. He doesn't bring any good no critical argument is there. He doesn't like come back at them and say, well, I'm doing this and I'm doing that great, and this is how I work it. He doesn't every time he's challenged on how he does it, he comes up with no reason whatsoever. Nothing. He also told Ella disgusting and frightening. Yeah, I think it was disgusting. Absolutely. Jeez, I'm still here feeling like shinny and taking on. Do you know what? There's a hope. What we Wayne took his name was the best. I hope, right, from what we've done, right, over the last few night, guys, that we've reached thousands of people who will listen and think, right, he might be a gobby Geordie and he might just come across as a dickhead. And they can't call me a smackhead, they can call me what they like. I'm not bothered. It really goes over my head. They can do the pages and all that. I do not care. Nobody gives a shit about that stuff anymore. It's all really old hat. But he does have little guy. I'm gonna say one thing, right? He has watching he's got now is his little group. He's got a little group, and that I mean a little group of trolls who are kind of working for him, who are anybody who speaks out like me last night. They come on here and try to attack and try to, like with the same shit. Colin, you're this. Colin, you're that. I've got a past. Everybody knows it. So people think that, well, his people think that they can use that against me. But I'm not talking about, if you wanted to do a live about me and what I've done, that's fair enough. Do it. Fill your boots. But it will not be anything anyway to do with taking advantage of people with mental health, taking money off people and promising them the world, all that kind of stuff. I might have done some bad stuff, but I've never robbed people on here. I've never taken money off anyone and done nothing with it. I did have a supporters group that was 99 pence to join, but what we used to do is we used to give that money back to the supporters at the end of every month. And the lovely Abby, who is on here, was the last winner, and she donated that money to give somebody. I picked it, and it was for somebody to have a hamper for Christmas. So you can do good stuff with the money if you want. You don't need money to run a page. It costs for all. So that's another thing that he runs with. It costs money to run this page. No, it doesn't. Even when you've got a subscription group, it doesn't cost money at all. And you do not have a direct line to Facebook either. You have no more line to Facebook than anyone else. You have this stupid chat thing that you can complain on, but it's just the same as bloody like reporting. There's nout. There she is, the lovely Abby. Didn't he offer people money to get addresses? Yeah, he did. He offered money for Ella's address. He offered money for anyone, the ladies from Shimbo Scammer. He offered money for theirs because he didn't know who they were. He does believe that because somebody's got the same name as somebody as a TV star, he doesn't believe that she's real, and he believes that she is a troll hiding behind an account, when in all reality, we all know she's real, and we all know she's been around for bloody years. Just because she's called the same name as a TV presenter in the mornings, he thinks that it's a black account, and it's not. We all know that she's been around for bloody years. He's just so thick that he hasn't realised that yet. Or his trolls aren't giving him good information. His trolls are shit. That's one thing I will say. Let me. I smell pork. Oh, is he here? Oh God! Someone block it. Colin has knackered the line. I nearly did, didn't I? Rain Chip, you got Hotline to God. I know. I played that last night. Do you want to listen to it before we go? Because I'm going to finish up now, because I don't want to drag this out, and I don't want to seem like I'm trolling or anything like that. But there is a fun video that we're going to listen to, and we'll listen to this because I love this. Oh no, not that. Brian. Oh, I'm still learning how to use all this. You know, I'm a new YouTuber.
Where did the scamming accusations come from? Because you said about you ran the page for 3 years for free, and then it started building and building. For people watching this and the people that have accused you, where exactly was the money going?
So when he first started coming in, when we was offered subscriptions in stars, obviously we had about 1,200 supporters paying $8.99 a month. Yeah, therapists, counsellors. You're talking £70 a fucking hour. Yeah, and I was doing that on a weekly for them. CrossFit classes, meditation classes, yoga. I was paying for it all. Yeah, for this $8.99 a month per person. Yeah, all these vulnerable people that I was robbing, because I've got such a big platform. I can keep it small, but I can give a lot for that price. But because there was 1,200 people paying, do the math: $7,000 a month, stars $5,000 a month. I could not sit with that kind of money and like, right, I'm going to get a new car. Yeah, because I've got fucking new teeth. Yeah, what I paid for out of my own money.
Back in 2006, when I slapped a girl's ass in a nightclub when I was 19-year-old. Now, listen, when we're lads, when we've had a fucking drink and we're a bit tipsy and we're on the cocaine or whatever it is, we all make mistakes.
That's a guy called Turkey Teeth. His name's James, and you can follow his page. It's called Turkey Teeth. I'll put a link on my group when I come off here, because I'm going to come off here now. I think we've gone over everything. Everything. So what do you think about him sitting there with that guy as well for clout? Because at that time he wasn't getting any views, so he thought, oh, I'll go on Deckers and I'll get a few big clout. And then he comes on and goes, you just slap a little girl's ass when you've had a big cocaine, and that's fine. And he co-signed that. He said, yeah, that's fine. I would have come off that live and said, what the fuck are you talking about? That's wrong. You do not touch somebody just because you've had a load of coke and a load of drink. Fucking scum. Charles Mann. Turkey Teeth and me looking for us when was live. What was that? Oh, I think I'm a bit lost. Oh, yes. The Wayne, oh yeah, he did. Wayne, I was there. Wayne streamed it, didn't he? So we didn't have to go down and watch it and give him a view. And I think that took a lot of the views away because Wayne was streaming it, and it did lose him a lot of viewers. Is anything else, guys, in the comments that anyone wants me to really bring up that is very, 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 very important? But we will keep an eye on him, though. Listen, we're my little podcast, or whatever you want to call it, is not going anywhere. I put a post up in Masturbate asking if anyone wanted anything brought up, any subjects, these can come up. I'm going to drop the link now for if anybody wants to come up and speak on them. Just bear with us a second and I'll drop the link. And if anyone wants to come up, you're more than welcome. Hey, did you know that oh no, this is totally off the subject, but this is why I'm going to talk about loads of stuff. We can do something with this, guys. This is our little community, right? And I know trolls will come in and stuff, but yous have got spanners, so you can get rid of them. But this is our little community and our little space on YouTube to have a little chat and have a little whatever. We don't always have to stream to Facebook. We can just stay on here. I was just doing this so we're getting maximum coverage so people could listen and make their mind up about that dickhead. But like I say, this is my opinion only. If people want to go and do their own homework on Shinny, please feel free to do it. Jack, he claims that his family has been trolled. Yeah, and this, do you know what? Listen to that, what Jack's just said. He claims his family has been trolled. He paid his friends to troll them and make it look like they were targeted, which is making him look like a victim all the time, isn't it? Colin, why did you decide to do this? I'm glad you did. Because, right, I had caught one of his old lives, right? And then I was doing this. I've been doing this for months on YouTube. So this is not something new, but I've moved to a new channel. I have been covering what they're called in America. They're called tragedy pimps. And what they do is they cover tragedies and real bad stories like the one in Ohio at the moment. And they go live and they talk about it and they make loads of money off super chats, donations, and they do absolutely piss all to help the victims. So I've been over in the American side doing awareness over there. I don't know if Sydney's still in the comments. Sydney and me have done loads of coverage of people. I don't know if you've heard of Molly Golightly, who is a YouTuber who covers any kind of tragedy, but she does fuck all to help the victims. All she does is make loads of money from it. So I've been covering her on my other channel, on Unleashed. If you want to go and have a look at it, if you're bored, have a look. And I thought, you know what? Why don't I come over here and do it as well? So that's kind of what brought me here. That was it. Wait 2 seconds. Well, I'll just do this for a second. So yeah, that's what brought me here. Because I've been covering scammers for months and months and months, but I've been doing it in America. Well, not in America. That's why I say things like wrench and co-signed, which means co-signed is when somebody is backing somebody up. And I've picked up a lot of American sayings, but unfortunately, I was covering somebody in America, and they have decided to make a page about me called Colin's Dead Dad. And it's got pictures of minors on there in my family. It's got my old address on there, which I'm not bothered about. It's got my old house on there. So I've taken a step back from the American stuff because they were coming in hard on me because they were getting sick of me. But people do get sick of you. If you speak out about people, you get trolled, and that's it. You know what I mean? But I'm here. I can take it. I just needed a break from the American side of it because it was getting all very, very messy. But I do love the people who I've met there, and they've given me some like amazing tools to start covering scammers and how to do it the right way. Sorry, I'm losing my voice now. Colin, can you pin the YouTube channels on here? I will. I can't pin them right now, darling. I'll try. I'm going to send the link out anyway, just in case there's anyone wants to come up. But if you're going to be a troll, please believe I'll know you one. This is paid for, what do you call it? What am I on? StreamYard. This is a paid for StreamYard, and you can find out things. So don't think you can troll me, darlings, because you fucking can't. I'm going to have to come on as a second guest. Jesus Christ, 2 of us. 2 of me. 2 of moi. Enter broadcast. Enter studio. Do you want to show your photo? Fuck off. No, because my hair looks like shit. Oh, I'm called the Big Page. Oh, shit. Oh, no, you never meant to do that with StreamYard. Right, there's the link. Sorry about that. I know I was called the Big Page. Oh, there's the link. Thank you, girlies. My beautiful admin who are behind the scenes all the time trying to prop me up and being amazing. They don't get enough credit. They're amazing. The Big Page, you know. And then if you come on twice, it's like really bad. All okay over here because I think if anyone wants to jump on, there's the link. I'll leave it up for a couple of minutes and we'll have a little chin wag and then I'm gonna go. I know. Do you know what? They go really low for the Allison. They really go in. If like Molly Golightly, who was one of the big scammers over there who I was covering, she is one bitch who will pay. She pays trolls to come and troll people in the worst way possible. And I've had the best help though from the Americans. You know, some of the American people who are called trolls are the most amazing people, and they track down the person who done it like that. And he's called Eric Lockhart, and he's all over the American awareness pages. And one of my beautiful supporters on here done a lovely meme of him. Thank you. Who remembers when he was veiled to the lady who lives in Spain? I can't think of her name. Oh, I remember that slightly. Has that page gone now? No, my page. Oh God, I don't know. I'm lost with the comments now. What's her husband on there? Oh yes, I remember that now. Timmy. Nat. Nat was the one. I've shown that, haven't I? Sarah's here watching. I can feel her. I can feel Sarah watching me. If nobody wants to jump on, if nobody's got anything to say about them, that's totally fine. I don't expect people to come up and speak about them because I know speaking about them does then trigger his trolls to start talking about you, which is fine by me. So I'm going to finish up. and I'm going to say thank you again for coming. Thank you so much for turning up and listening to me babbling on. What's that about Molly Golightly? She's an absolute bitch, you know. She's horrible. There's how's that? All right. I think I've got the wrong comment. Lorraine, thank you so much for your channel. It's an absolute bag of information. If anyone wants to go over and have a look at, it's called Super Mum. I'll put the link on my Masturbate for that as well, because she has got every live on there. So if you want to go back over and look at anything, you can go and look at it on Lorraine's page on YouTube, and it's amazing. She's got every live on there, so well done. There's a lot of hard work gone into, you know, is the awareness of them. So, you know, congrats to people who've done it. I've just come in at the end bit, you know what I mean? Molly Golightly hates air fryers. She hates everything. She's a fucking bitch. Molly Golightly is a scammer in America. Honestly, guys, she's something else. She's really vile. She really is the scum of the earth. She goes like the last time I covered her, she attacked do you know the mother of the guy who's been arrested for the murders in Ohio, Brian Koberger. His mother, Molly Golightly, decided to attack in the worst way possible and victim blame. I don't think somebody's mother is anything to do with it. I don't know about you guys, but I think she's a victim too. Because she didn't bring up her child to do a mass murder. She brought him up thinking that he was going to be, I don't know, she put him through college and everything. I believe mothers of them kind of things are victims too. Anyway, I'm going, and I love you all lots. Thank you for coming, guys. I really appreciate it. You know, we're gonna stay here though, and we're gonna come back. Like I say, I've put up CMC. No, she's back. She's back. Remember when I went live with oh, that was funny. We'll go over that one night. We'll have a laugh, right? Bullhorn Betty, oh, don't get me started, John, or I'll go back over there and I'll start dragging them. Bullhorn Betty is just as bad. She's absolutely fucking, yeah, she's back. If you have a look at who started memeing her, who I absolutely love, Ramblin' Rose, she's absolutely legendary. There's some legendary people over there, Big Al Crane, Fred Wilson, Paige, all fantastic people who cover scammers. And that's one of the reasons I think I got attacked, because I support them. But never mind, who gives a fuck? Anyway, good night, my loves. Good night, Joanne, sweetheart. Good night, Kathleen. Good night, James. You do you like my top? Well, I'm definitely going. I've got a cough. Anyway, well, like I said, I've put up a post in Masturbate. Any subjects anyone wants to cover, come up here with me and talk. It doesn't just have to be my gobby voice every night. Every night, well, we don't have to be every night, but every other night or whatever, we can come up here and talk. Like I say, this is our little community and our little space on Facebook, on YouTube. And we're free to come up here and talk about whatever we want. And I hope everyone has a good night's sleep. Lots of love, guys. Thank you very much again for being here.